Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm hustling.
When Benavidez gets cooking, it's like fighting an octopus.
El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez.
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
Everybody that's in 168, you know, I'm coming for everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. Charlo, Caleb Plant, Canelo, I'm coming for all of them.
Canelo, hell of a fighter. But it's my personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez.
I think everybody wants to see me against Canelo, right?
David Benavidez.
Yo,
This brother right here, I'd like to see Canelo against somebody like that.
I definitely like punishing and hurting individuals. That's what I love to do.
And now Benavidez unloading.
I got a lot of power too, and I throw punches and punches, and I don't get tired.
The jab leads with the right, and there's that hand speed.
I'm ready to fight whoever, whenever. I can beat Canelo tomorrow, and I can beat Charlo tomorrow too. The big Charlo want to get it too?
So Charlo would be the alternative.
He don't want to get in the ring with me because he's a pussy. That's why.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
I've never liked Caleb Plant. It's never been a secret. I never liked Caleb Plant. At the end of the day, I'm not nobody's friend. I don't want to be nobody's friend. I'm here to knock people out. And if you don't want to get knocked out, don't mention my name. In this game, it really is kill or be killed. You know, it's either you or me, and I pick me all the time.
Finish him.
SDS Promotion.
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
Yo, that intro really gets me souped up, man. I can't believe he said that live in the post-fight. Like, think about that for a second, right? They stopped Adrian Broner from saying, I'm the can man. Anybody can get it. Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, You know, they stopped him. My man said, who you want to fight next, Charlo? Charlo's a pussy. He don't want to get in the ring with me. It's like, damn. That shit was heard around the world, for real. Every time I hear, I'm like, I am the boogeyman. What's going on with that, bro? That's a little crazy.
Good morning, man.
Buenos dias, muchacho. What's up?
Not much, man. Just chilling. It's fight week.
It is, bro.
It's fight week. Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez.
Whoa. Get a man some respect. It's Oscar Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson.
Nah, I've been seeing Stevenson Valdez.
Nah, that's not true.
Let me go check.
Go to the official website. You'll see Shakur's on the right. Valdez's name's on the top. What's up with this guy? Everybody you got a friendship with, it gets weird with you.
Think so?
A little bit.
I don't think so.
A little bit.
They really got him as an A-side? They got him first?
Just find a fight poster.
I'm looking for it.
Find a fight poster, my friend.
Ooh.
You see it? There you go. Get a screen share on Danny's computer?
So this is the split screen on Top Rank.
So which picture's first?
Oscar Valdez.
And why is his in gold? So you mean Shakur's a silver medalist? Oh! That's crazy. Yo, subliminal shit right there. Subliminal shit. I'm telling you, that's little shit people don't notice. And everybody knows Shakur had a silver medal that he really was supposed to get gold. Robisi Maria Ramirez, who fucking Top Rank signed, was gifted that gold medal in the Olympics. So it's like, wow. One man with gold, one man with silver. What's the caption? Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting
the caption is choose your side, hashtag Valdez Stevenson.
Damn, what's your side? Yo, you got to read that for the people.
Shakur.
Go back. Aquí no hay miedo.
Right here, there is no fear.
A nadie. What's that? Why don't say nadie? But why it don't say yeah, right? Nadie?
Nadie.
Oh, really? That's how you pronounce it? Yeah.
Yeah. On the side, it says Guerrero Mexicano, Mexican warrior.
Ay, 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 ay.
It says, Ya quiero pelear.
That was my Mexican
to
cry.
Fight. And then, they got WBC
Ya quiero
King.
pelear.
Yup.
WBC King.
Yup. And then right here for Shakur, you got Count Your Days, Oscar, King Core, Chasing Greatness, and then you got the WBO.
Yo,
King.
why he only get a few words? Yo, that's crazy.
Yo, they
Look
did
at that.
come
They
on there.
stuffed the shit out of Shakur's. Oh, the graphic designer hating on Shakur. The graphic designer. Listen, whose call was that to give Shakur less words and to go with silver?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Why they can't both be in gold? It's a unification. Ain't they on the same level? I don't know. How you feel about that?
I feel that they going to get in the ring this Saturday night. And then, they going to settle business. And we're going to come out with one unified champion.
Okay.
That's how I'm feeling.
So you don't really care?
Nah, man. This fight.
All this is a matter of build-up.
Build-up. That's it.
For the slaughter.
I think so. I think he stops him.
Stop?
I think he stops him.
Yo, pull up my bookie, man. What the fuck? You can't be calling a stoppage.
After seeing him in the gym for this training
Bruh,
camp,
I'm so tight right now.
Listen, and then after seeing him, after seeing what I saw last camp for Jamel's fight, and then this time, I think it's gonna be bad, man. I think it's gonna be bad. I do. Like I'm a little worried.
Francis Ngannou is a plus 250. See? Everybody fucking knows boxing is better than UFC.
when you got the UFC heavyweight champion
as a fucking underdog.
Well, no, I'm talking about stepping into the ring after your fight.
And he looked like a little kid.
Like Tyson, I know you're retiring, but look, man.
He was looking small as hell next to Tyson.
Dana's not paying us that much, Tyson. Look, man, let's do an exhibition. And,
Tyson better be smart like Floyd and put that on the record. Fuck that. Keep building. Make his ass turn pro. He big enough, right? Y'all know him. I don't. I just want to see him get slaughtered.
He said he want to retire. He say
who?
Tyson.
No, actually, I'm so happy that we're back, right? Like we were supposed to talk about this yesterday. So in topic number, well, yeah, okay. So we'll go straight into topic number 1. Fury would have punished Lennox Lewis, right? Errol Spence come out and says, "Whoa, chill the fuck out." There's a big debate now whether or not Fury's the greatest
British
heavyweight, or is it Lennox? So they're putting obviously the two against each other. Errol Spence chimed in, obviously does not believe that Fury would have punished Lennox Lewis. I'm not into mythical matches. Like, we'll never know, could Fury have beaten or not Lennox? So, not really my thing. I'm bringing it up for those that want to talk about it because they're Wild Boy Errol Spence fans and he said something, so they're going to say, hell no, Lennox couldn't beat Fury because, I don't know, Fury's big as fuck.
Fury is big, but even though it is
Lennox wasn't known to have that Wilder power either.
No.
And we just seen, look, Dillian couldn't do nothing with Fury. Like, at least Wilder put him down 4 times in 3 fights. Like, I don't know. Fury's just a different animal, man.
And I think Fury, as we've seen Saturday night, he will be able to use his size advantage.
He'll box if he has to.
Box, stay on the outside. You get what I'm saying?
He was check left hooking the shit out of Dillian Whyte.
I know we've seen Fury since his return to the sport. We've really seen him a different Fury, right? He's like a knockout artist Fury. Other than the first Wilder fight, he's had success. He's had success, a lot more of it once teaming up with of course the Kronk's on Sugar Hill, right? I don't know, man. I just feel like he could box. Like, I remember the Klitschko fight. People was complaining about that, but I'm like, he did it nicely. Like, not the most entertaining.
Yeah.
But because
there was very little punches landed in that fight, but I know what you're saying. Like, the ones that did land that meant something were from Fury.
And I think because of what I saw in that fight and because of what I've seen lately, I'm like, bro, he could do whatever he wants. He could box you. He could move. He could fight on the inside, get his off, get in the clinch, right? As we've seen him do. Put his weight on you. put his size on
Absolutely.
you, tire you out. So, it is a fictional matchup nonetheless. And look, I don't know, punished. Lenox was before my time, but at the end of the day, I kind of wish you would have respected my man's a little bit more by spelling his name right. But nonetheless, it's okay. Lennox Lewis is a great, and they each did their part in putting their stamp in the sport.
They sure did. But it would have been interesting nonetheless, because think about it. We're talking about two fighters that were trained by the Crunk style, weren't they? I mean, Lenox also had Emmanuel Stewart, right?
He did.
So that would have been interesting to see. Yo, Kian, when you get back, see if you can do a fucking poll. Like, did they take the ability to do polls away? So lame. Like, I don't have the poll option right there anymore.
I don't have the poll option right there either.
So crazy.
Huh.
That's crazy. I was about to do a poll. I wanted to see who would have
won, basically, you saying.
Yeah, no, I was going to put would Fury have punished Lennox Lewis? Either yes or no. Because that is the question. But that's the mythical topic, right? The other real topics, Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. Obviously, Ngannou gets in the ring, hypes up the potential fight after Fury's knockout over Dillian Whyte. The real topic is also Fury knocking out Dillian Whyte in 6, right? Can't see if you could do a poll. I think they took the ability to do polls, bro. It's crazy.
Hey, what do you mean?
Unbelievable. Does Tyson Fury...
Looks like we can't do a poll.
I can do a poll.
Oh, shit. He can do a
So
poll.
does
We can do a poll back here, too.
Does Tyson
Oh.
Fury
Whoa.
punish Lennox Lewis?
His doesn't have it or mine's.
What's a poll? What's the poll?
Does Tyson Fury punish Lennox Lewis?
Yes, he punishes Lennox Lewis. No, he doesn't punish Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis beats Fury.
Punishes Fury.
Yeah, and then give him the last option would be no. Mythical fights are whack. Because we'll never know.
So yes, he punishes Lennox. No, he doesn't, but he wins. Lennox punishes Fury.
Yes.
And then
Mythical fights are whack.
boom.
Yo, so what about this? Fury already beat a Crunk fighter. So does it matter that Lennox was with Emmanuel, but when Vlad was already with Emmanuel? And look at what Fury did to Vlad, or the product of Emmanuel in Vlad.
The first argument people are gonna say is, "Oh well, Emmanuel had already passed. He wasn't in Vlad's corner for that."
Jonathan
fight.
Banks, Crunk style. Don't give me that. But I hear you.
Very much true.
So, what do you think about the Ngannou fight? Is that something you want? Do you think boxing needs it? Like, I'm asking you because it's like, is it as big as McGregor Floyd? And if it's not, obviously, is it half of that? Does it do 2.5? Does it do 2 mil? Like, does it bring eyeballs to the sport? Is it worth it for us to champion Tyson? He's gonna win. Is it gonna make us look good? Is it something that, helps us as a sport, the sport of boxing?
Yeah, I think it does. I think similar to, in a much smaller scale, but similar to. Yo,
what?
You fucked up the poll, bro.
What?
One of the options was supposed to be Lennox punishes Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
Not no.
No, but he still beats him. It's too late. Believe it. It's all good. Fury punishes Lewis. No, but he still beats him. Mythical fights are whack. Yeah, fuck it. No option for Lennox. Wah, wah, wah.
Thanks, Ken.
Yo, why does mine not have it? I'm so mad. I want to restart my computer right now.
Yo, it's crazy now that I have access to the channel, I can't even vote.
No more being biased. You made the poll and you want to vote. Cheater. You could always swap accounts though. Go to your
Nah, because I'm in my own account right now. But because I could just
because you're an admin.
Because I'm an admin and I have a link to where I could just switch accounts to get right to TBV's page. I guess it's already in sync.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty crazy.
But shout out to TBV, each and every one of you listening. Even whoever doesn't listen to the show and just is still a subscriber of the show, views are up 215%. That's insane.
Man, shout out to everybody tuned in. Shout out to everybody watching this.
That's crazy.
Episode right now. Make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to join YouTube members. Make sure to join Patreon.
So,
yo, man, let me tell you something.
You haven't told me if Ngannou and Fury is worth the hype and it will help boxing. Come on.
Absolutely it does.
So Fury should do it.
Absolutely it does. I do think he should do it, and you and I disagree on how he should do it, though.
What you mean?
I think he should do it. Yo, be done, bro. Be done.
You think he should do it as an exhibition?
Absolutely.
Nah, you got to be. Yo, green print, Money Floyd showed you. He showed you the green print. This is a gimme. This is a lob ball. If anybody played base, this is a lob. Like, you're going to take this and smack it out the fucking park. Why would you make it an exhibition? Put this on your record. Just like Floyd did. Floyd.
The issue is that putting it on his record, like, what's he gonna do? He's not gonna be able to defend his title against Ngannou because the WBC's not gonna sanction that.
Man, first of all, I bet you they do. They want to be part of that money. Fury just made. Let me see. I got it in the notes. How much did Fury make? $33.6 million for the Dillian Whyte fight,
plus the 10%.
So you telling me when they renegotiate this super fight, cross promotion, cross sports, WBC ain't gonna want a little piece of that. They just made him a Union Jack belt. Get out of here. They gonna bring him another one. Shit.
I'm just saying the reason I think Floyd and Conor was approved.
Well, they're too. Obviously, Ngannou ain't as big as McGregor. Like, I knew McGregor and I don't watch that sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't seen, like, highlights of Ngannou haven't come across. Like, you were forced as a boxing fan. My Instagram, they always sent me McGregor. Oh, like that? Who the fuck are you? Or who the fuck is that guy? That shit always was on my timeline. You know, even recently, his leg breaking is always on my timeline. Like Nate Diaz choking him out or him being.
No, I mean, there's no question that Conor is the biggest attraction and the biggest.
And Francis is not, and neither is Tyson.
You know, and let me tell you, from my understanding. Could be wrong, right? Because I am a casual MMA/UFC fan.
Really? But seem like a hardcore UFC guy.
From my understanding, yo, Dana's not too happy with Francis.
I mean, Francis is done with them, though. In his contract over there, that was his last fight. That was the whole thing, bro.
Well, he still has the is it? Like, cause
bro, that's
he's
it.
done. Like, his contract was over. So that was the big weird thing about his fight.
Wait. Stop everything. Wait. Oh my God. We got a new member from Sea Soldier. Shout out to you, my friend, for becoming a contender.
Shout out to you, champ.
Back to the conversation.
No, I was just saying, champ. Damn, you just lost my train of thought.
Oh, shout out to Sea Soldier. He came through.
So his contract's up.
Yeah, he a free agent, bro.
But I get what you're saying.
But he's still the UFC heavyweight champion.
Right, so they might just make it an open belt and just be like, all right, now the next two got to fight for it.
No, yes. Open belt in UFC must mean vacant belt in boxing.
Yeah, sorry, it's the same term. Like, it's exact. I just didn't know the word at the moment.
So that's exactly like he's free to go, bro. The leash is that's a bad word, but yeah, they can't hold him. He could do what he want. They said, nah, what? Look at this guy. He said, nah, his contract's not up till 2023. I don't know about that because all the reports were saying the opposite. They were saying this was his last fight with the UFC. And that's why they've been promoting this fight so much. I don't know.
I'm going to look into this because...
You still picking Fury though, right? Of course.
Of course.
So Ngannou doesn't have this... where is he from? Ghana? Nigeria?
Nigeria.
He doesn't have the Nigerian power like Samuel Peters to knock him out?
No. It's not that he don't have the power. He has the power. I just don't think he lands that knockout punch.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think with that reach advantage that Tyson would have, I don't think he reaches him.
Yeah, me neither. Plus, it would be embarrassing if this dude came with his non-boxing style and somehow beat Fury.
Yo, it's sad though because if he is truly done with the UFC and he vacates that title, wouldn't it be Stipe Miocic and John Jones fighting for it?
I don't think John Jones is like allowed to fight. Like Dana is not. He wants too much money now. That's what Dana was saying is like John Jones wants too much money, which is why he hasn't fought in a while.
John Jones wants too much money.
I don't know, bro.
He needs to come to boxing. He was trying to get that Wilder fight. These dudes are stupid staying in that bum ass sport. That's like a crackhead sport.
It would probably
They
realistically
paying them like crackheads over
like
there, man.
Cyril
It's like, yo,
Gane
paint
and,
the fence, clean out my basement,
but they're
and
not
take
losing
this
money.
fight. What do you mean losing money?
They're not losing money.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but they're not, bro. Like,
what does he mean by they're not
The
losing?
purses in boxing are huge.
Okay, and
But what do you mean?
the fighters don't lose money. It's the promoters,
Yeah.
whoever's organizing the event. What the fuck
Yeah.
that got to do with the fighter?
No, I'm just saying the sport.
No, but who's losing money?
In boxing?
Yeah.
Are they not?
I don't know. Let the casual speak. Who is it that you think from the outside looking in is losing money? And this is interesting because the casual perspective is interesting.
I always thought that as of
Cameroon, I'm sorry. Hold your thought. Cameroon, I don't want to be disrespectful. He's not from Nigeria. He's from Cameroon.
Sorry.
I apologize. Go ahead, Ken.
I thought I was under the impression as of late they're paying the fighters more than they can afford for their purses. Like promoters and the people who are holding the event and how much it costs for everything. And they're acquiring a lot of loss.
I mean, I guess
I literally actually watched.
I guess you're talking about Eddie Hearn and the Zone recently, losing a bunch of money and then getting it wiped away by getting more investment money. That's what you're talking about?
I mean, that's a big part of it, yeah. But that's just getting injected into their. That's the just getting money off of people is not really solving that problem. You know what I mean?
No, of course not. But I mean, new businesses are expected to lose,
right.
and DAZN came in to make a splash. They had to get attention, and not only the attention of the people, the public, the paying public, the viewing public, but also the attention of the fighters, so that they can get a roster because they were brand new. So
and they weren't brand new in the U.S.
Yeah,
but
no, they were brand new in the U.S.
Well, yes,
and in the UK,
but not
in other territories,
but not the zone itself. But yeah, bro. I mean, I don't know. I feel like
but again, and again, there's people out there that'll say PBC also lost money, and it's also the same thing. When Al Heyman started Premier Boxing Champions, he had a hedge fund of like $500 million. And he did the same thing that Eddie did, except I'm using a race card. He's black, so when he lost $500 million, Al stole from the hedge fund. Eddie, they gave him $1 billion, and now they needed to what? How many more billions they had to go get to wipe off the debt? But he did his job. He's the best promoter in the world. Meanwhile, Al has all the pay-per-view stars. Everyone on Eddie's side and Bob's side wants to fight Al's side, not named Canelo. I don't know. But going back to the point is, in the beginning, you always lose. You got to level out. Eventually,
you got to
DAZN.
That it's not.
I mean, ESPN isn't losing. They're giving Bob Arum $90 million a year. They're not losing, and there's no reports of them losing.
But aren't they just getting rights and streaming the fights, not actually?
Who?
Like promoting it? And
no, I mean they're a partner with Top Rank, which is Bob Arum, which is the promotion.
Fair enough. Someone said Bud is losing Bob millions, though. Someone said that.
I mean, that's Bob saying that in an interview. Right. Yet, Bud is part of the biggest fight of this welterweight decade. So, there's gonna be people that are going to try and pick apart Bud, but at the end of the day, Gennady Golovkin sold 170 pay-per-views 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
It took the dance partner of Canelo to make him a pay-per-view star. So Bud has been unsuccessful on pay-per-view, but it is everyone's opinion. It is the boxing consensus that, general consensus that those two together will sell. How much, I don't know, because, the motto of pay-per-view is really ruined. Your generation illegally streams.
Do you not think that there should be a more realistic, obviously if fighters gotta get paid and they gotta get their worth, but a little bit less to You guys think it's unrealistic right now how much their purses are? It's like,
well, I don't know what's the percent, so I don't want to throw a number and say, oh, it's only the 1% of the boxers that are getting $1 million plus, but it's only the special fighters that are getting $1 million plus. Like, Thomas LaManna hasn't made $1 million in one purse. Unless he comes in and tells me he got it on the back end, he ain't make $1 million on a purse.
But so just to give you like some comparison, right? In 2018, in the UFC's history, there had only been 5 fighters up to that point that have made $1 million or more in one single fight. I mean, we'll remove 2020 because of the pandemic, but you name me a year, I can name you 5 fighters that didn't fight pay-per-view that made $1 million or more in boxing in one fight. Like, I think...
Yeah, but again, are you going to name the top? Are you going to name the top of boxing? Who didn't make... who made $1 million not on pay-per-view? What was the names? And you said 5. Give me 5. Let's see his skills. Almanac.
Give me a year.
You brought up 18.
Nah, okay, in 18? In 18, not on pay-per-view, Gervonta. Gervonta fought, who did he fight in 18? Ooh, maybe not. I'm trying to think who he, in 2018.
It's hard, bro. I'm telling you, $1 million is hard. You got to be a name in this sport to make $1 million plus.
I just think that UFC fighters for sure are underpaid, but I think maybe, I don't know. I'm obviously like more casual and I don't have as much.
Yeah, but the opinion is valid.
No, but hold on. I wanna know what that what you're saying is like the I don't know. What's the I don't know part?
Because, well, everything that I've like been told.
Because like you have people in your life that you love, right? So it's like, hey, do you wanna like potentially get your ass beat really bad for a little bit of money, or do you want to potentially get your ass beat for a bit more money in a
whose road is longer though,
in a historically safer sport and what and I mean I think
so what I mean by that
I think an MMA fighter's road is longer.
Hold on. So for the casual fan listening, what I'm asking Danny, who watches UFC and MMA, is which fighter has the longer road? Because for me, I feel like not every fighter gets to $1 million purse, so their road is long. They might go 20 fights, 30 fucking fights, more before they're $1 million fighter.
I mean, look at Cowboy Cerrone. He has probably some of the most fights in the UFC. And when he fought Conor McGregor, he didn't even make $1 million. He made I think it was 160,000. But I was reading.
Jesus Christ!
I was reading this article. It might have been more of $500,000 or something.
Wow.
But this article was saying that boxing, the reason why the purses are so high is because they actually, or why they get paid more is because the boxing company pays for all of their traveling and all that. UFC, or excuse me, I got that wrong. Boxing, they don't pay for that, so they have to pay for it themselves.
But like hindsight, you're talking peanuts. You're talking
but
peanuts.
But what does he mean that the boxer doesn't pay for his flight?
No, I mean the boxer does. That's not true.
That's not true.
It's not true.
The promoter pays for the boxers all travel and
trainers,
guess what? Exactly.
Training.
Maybe this article's
entourage,
outdated.
bro. And entourage. I've been on a fighter's entourage. And
it's been 100% paid. At least not by you.
100% paid. Go to the hotel. It's both of y'all name. Because
I know UFC does, but they have to pay for their trainers out of there because they pay for it out of their.
But that's what I'm saying. The UFC is pocketing the money. Think about it. Errol Spence just made $20 million in gate money. That's tickets only.
Not pay-per-views, not sponsors,
nothing.
Not actual purse.
That's just tickets. People wanting to go see it. So it's like, of course there's money to pay everybody.
Okay, you ready?
Of course the promoter could fucking pay for your flight because he's getting a percent of that $20 million gate. If Earl is a good negotiator, he gets a percentage like Canelo and Floyd did. But if he's not a good negotiator, those fighters don't make nothing off the gate, which obviously they fucking do because it's Errol Spence. But you know what I'm saying? There's still a shitload of money for the promoter. How much? The promoter's not taking one punch. How much does he have to make Out of 20 million, how much you think the promoter's happy with? And we ain't even talking about the pay-per-view. We ain't even talking about the sponsors that the promoter could go and seek because it's his promotion. He's the one got the television rights. He's the one could tell the potential sponsor, listen, here goes my analytics. Last fight, ESPN had 13 million playbacks, 5 million live. What do you want to do? Like, come on, you guys are kidding me? Boxing don't have the money. If boxing didn't have the money, your balls wouldn't be trying to be a fucking promoter and everybody else in the goddamn world. Listen, boxing's the only, it's the wild, wild west. It's the only sport that we could all get in and make money.
2018, if you think that I'm pulling something out my ass, tell me. What? Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, each made $1 million piece.
Easy. But those are names. That's also my.
Those
that's
are
also
names on free TV.
Okay, but that's also my argument that you got to be a name. You got to be the top. Danny's been a name for a decade or more. Definitely more.
That's cool.
Definitely more. And Thurman is a name. Mikey is a name.
Mikey Garcia.
Fucking name. Like Mikey been fighting Roman Martinez, Orlando Solido. My man been fighting on Top Rank.
But what I'm giving you,
fought Bud
I'm
and
giving
amateurs.
you names.
No, I know.
Hold on, listen. I'm giving you names on one side of the street in one specific year on free TV.
No, listen, but you're taking the defensive. I'm not saying that you're not making your point. I'm just saying that you're also making my point that they're the top.
I hear you, but I mean, any name I just listed is smaller in comparison to the 5 names who had generated that up to the point in 2018. I mean, you're talking about a Conor McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
Which of the names did I just name that is bigger than Conor McGregor?
None of them.
Ronda Rousey.
None of them.
Amanda Nunes. Like, you get what I'm saying? These are worldwide superstars.
Mm-hmm.
Superstars that fought on pay-per-view and still barely breaking 7 figures. I'm just saying these are guys fighting on one side of the street, just fighting on one side of the street.
So,
that,
Danny, you were saying boxing's a historically more safer sport, but this sports medicine clinic found that yes, you'll get direct injuries like in the moment in MMA, but you're more likely to get like CTE and have
MMA hasn't been long enough.
Yeah, y'all don't have enough history. Y'all don't have.
It's been around since the 90s,
bro. 20 years,
at least sanctioned.
20 years, right?
Yeah.
20 years. So typically you start to CTE does start to pick up, but later in your life. So the guys that fought UFCs in the beginning,
you ain't gonna get Danny Austin.
They're just starting. They're just starting to get to that point in their life, bro. Like,
yo, tell me my man with the hole in his head ain't gonna have CTE.
Bro, like,
oh no, that dude definitely is.
When
He's
the UFC
fucked.
started, the shit was open weight classes.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
you
bro,
could headbutt.
You hear me? Like open weight classes. Like you right now could fucking fight Ken.
I know.
There is for
just
sure.
settle our differences.
That's what makes it better.
There is for
at least
sure
then.
more head trauma in boxing. They can't
Bro,
do that.
I'm telling you,
It's concentrated hits to the head.
I'm
UFC,
telling
you
you.
can lose a fight by going.
I will always be like firm on the fact that UFC was the dude that couldn't fight. Like you can't fight, so you gotta grab and fucking
Even though that's that is fighting.
I'll give you 2 minutes. I'll give you 2 minutes on Google Images.
2 minutes, damn.
Hold on, 2
Clock,
minutes,
please.
2 minutes. Find me a named boxer. Like. It's not that I have to know them or the world has to know them, but find me a picture of a boxer that actually has a name and we could prove it's him with cauliflower ears. And
that's a grappling thing. I have a little bit of cauliflower ear from high school.
Bro, but that's also, come on, when they're on the ground, that's also when they're showed up and they're taking those fucking punches. And guess what? They're being blocked. But when you got your fucking guard up and you're continuously taking that pound into that guard, that has a lot.
Listen,
like, bro.
But you make a great point because you can't walk down the street and be like, oh, that's a boxer. Even if someone has a black eye, you can't assume that they're a boxer. You can assume they had a fight.
But if you see an individual with cauliflower ears,
you know what's up.
You know they're a mixed martial artist.
You know what's up. And that's a sad thing because you can't walk down the street and know who's a basketball player or a football player or fucking taekwondo or karate dude. But MMA is so disgusting that it's like that's the mark it gives you, and somehow they wear it with pride.
That's a jiu-jitsu thing. That's a grappling thing.
I would never wear that shit with pride. That shit look like a fucking breakfast biscuit.
That's nothing got to do with head trauma.
We ain't talking about that. We ain't saying this got
I'm just
anything
saying
to do with head trauma.
to me,
we talking about it's ugly.
the beatings you take in MMA don't even compare
to the money you make.
I'm not saying that's
and forget the money. I was just going to
boxing.
To boxing, like, bro,
They don't compare with the beating the boxer take.
no,
you can go a whole
way
UFC
riskier.
Yeah, you can go a whole
Boxing
fight.
is way dangerous.
You can get choked
Way
out in
more
the first
dangerous.
30 seconds and be fine and never take a punch.
Boxing is way more dangerous. I think that boxing.
bro. I've literally
How
seen.
could
hold on,
boxing be more
hold on.
dangerous when every time there's an MMA fight, someone is bleeding, something is broken, something
Bro,
happens.
I saw this girl. Let me tell you, I saw this girl from Bolingbrook, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago, and UFC was doing some cards on Sundays, like on FS1 or some shit, right? And so I wanted to tune in to support this girl from back home.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this girl get choked out to the point she shat herself in the fucking cage. In the fucking cage, bro. Like the shit is just.
That's just
Wow.
muscles. That's just your muscles relaxing.
This guy's defending MMA. I got Brandon Lenz with a super chat. He says, let's not act like the WBC wouldn't create some heavyweight king of combat belt to be part of that fight. Danny. I told him that. We got Big Super Mix that says the Ali Act in boxing protects boxers' paydays. Payday. Payday.
And
you want payday?
Wasn't like UFC fighters like fighting for the Ali Act? And they're like, well, it doesn't necessarily pertain to you. But it was basically the same shit because they was grossly underpaid. They wanted to be able to protect themselves and be able to make that money. But the UFC does have like a retirement plan or something of that sort, don't they?
What?
I have no idea. That's the first I'm hearing of it. I don't look into their pensions, but
maybe they do.
I do agree though, like for the, because yeah, technically you can take a shin to the forehead. You should be able to get paid much more.
You should be able to be paid
Yeah, you
much
should.
more.
Not necessarily meaning Dana will, but you should.
And then
let's just go. Let's just take TBB with us right
but
behind
it's
us.
it's also like the fact that the fans like you and not to single you out because I'm generalizing. There's fans that defend the UFC. You guys need to wake up. Like boxing, the boxer is a business. UFC, the participant is a slave. Like, why do you champion that? Why do you cheering? Like, yeah, UFC is better. No, they're literally mad. As the fighters, they're telling you that they're disgruntled. Some dudes are threatening not to fight. Like, I don't get y'all.
Look,
like, how can you
example,
continue to defend it when the fighters themselves, and we're showing you that average fighters make more money than that.
And we're not gonna say average, but we're gonna say fighters who are not on a pay-per-view level, not on a superstar
Rosado
level.
makes more money than, or at least. I'm sure Rosado.
No, I guarantee you.
With 13, 14 losses.
I guarantee you Rosado with 13, 14 losses in the Jacobs fight probably made what some champions are making in the UFC.
In the Jaime fight because he was coming off a win, with knockout win.
Yo, so look, I'm going to put it to you like this. To me, and I'm the casual UFC fan, and we're going to end it right here because at the end of the day.
Yeah, let's agree to disagree.
This is the boxing voice. No, I was going to say like this. As a casual UFC fan, the greatest two talents I've seen live, not gone back to watch, but seen live, Demetrius Johnson and John Jones. And I feel like John Jones has done his part,
to fuck shit up.
But bro, I feel like the money he's asking for, I'm like, bro, I'm making.
What do you want? $1 million?
I'm making that shit.
How much he wants? Does anybody know?
I don't know. I could look it up and send it to you later.
Yeah.
Pull up. I don't want to misspeak exact numbers.
But what you think he wants?
Bro,
I think he was already getting $1 million per fight. I think he was already getting that much.
I'm sure for a Francis fight, he probably wanted like 1.7.
Yo, but to be John Jones, which is the equivalent of like
beating Floyd, I feel like.
So
damn,
to
John Jones was Floyd.
Yes, because
to me, John Jones and granted, I became a fan. Recently.
That's crazy.
I became a fan recently, and I've gone back. But
he's tremendously
okay. So
underpaid.
the claim is that he asked for $30 million to fight Francis.
Okay,
but you know that's cap, man. Nobody's
but Francis is big as fuck. John don't look nowhere near as big as Francis.
That's 'cause
he does look bigger, but he's
John was fighting at light heavy in the UFC, which is 205.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he's made his career at, and now he's moving up to heavyweight, which is anything north of 205. But Francis is a huge heavyweight.
Huge. He looks huge. Even though Tyson made him look small, and I mean Fury.
Someone in the chat, Alex G, said is saying, commented exactly what I'm trying to say. He said, I think almost everyone agrees that the pay in UFC isn't right. Yes, I agree. But to say the head strikes in boxing aren't way worse and way more often is just disingenuous to say. And that's my opinion. Boxing is way more dangerous, and the rate of like TBIs and
I just don't even
traumatic brain injuries.
How you guys have smaller gloves?
Well, and then somebody else put, when you have wraps and gloves on, it makes you want to hit harder because your hand is protected.
But it doesn't matter what it makes you want to do. Every fucking fighter wants to win.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's gonna happen. Like,
but you have to win boxing by punching the other person. UFC, you don't necessarily have to do that.
No,
you can
you're right. You can elbow, you can knee, you
can.
Flying knee, super punch.
Right. Or you could just straight up
fucking
grapple somebody, make somebody
karate chop,
tap.
back kick. All these weird shit's too much. Fucking, what do you like? The fact that you guys want to compare this, but you're gonna tell me that the blow of John Jones's back kick with the heel hitting you on your head is not more brutal than
no,
me punching
we're not.
you?
I don't think we're saying that.
How like concussions work. So like the fact that you have a glove, all that like surface area, and all the blows to the head, and how you technically get a concussion, the rate of like TBIs and like brain injuries in your head.
Okay, so my direct question
People have,
is
died in boxing. Like
no, you're right. You're right.
We've both seen people die.
Yeah, it's like fucked.
But again, we got 12 rounds, so it's usually accumulation. That's why the referee is. They say the third man in the ring, he's supposed to be there to save you.
Yeah,
you know
he's looking out for the interests of the fighters, not for the interest of the fight.
But again, I just want you to answer, do you think being hit with the glove or the heel is going to hurt more or do more damage?
I think the glove, a blow from the boxing glove is going to give you more of a brain injury, yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure a back leg heel kick will break your skull.
See, I agree with Ness. But,
it'll break your
they're
fucking
not as
skull.
often as you would take a headshot. How many headshots did Whyte take against Fury?
Not a lot, as you can see.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't watch it.
So he blocked a lot of those. He was doing not well in winning sense, but he was doing well from a trying to put some sort of pressure on Fury. Fury was just too good. He was check hooking him. You know what I mean? Using the jab, but he didn't land a lot of 1-2s like he did on Wilder. But that uppercut, it slept him.
Yo, but you know what though? I'm glad we're having this conversation because I think it's extremely
healthy.
It's healthy, and I feel like it's constructive, right? Because there's a lot of people listening that will agree with Keenan Austin, and that's perfectly fine. But then I feel like there's also people who
are wrong.
No. No, I wasn't even trying to be funny with it, right? There's people who like, oh, boxing is for pussies and MMA is a real man sport.
Yeah.
But
I feel like
according to you both, boxing is a far more dangerous sport.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yeah. So
even Joe Rogan has said it too. He's like the amount because it's concentrated blows to the head. Grant, and not to say that you don't in UFC because you very well do.
I mean, but why are we acting like there's no such thing as body shots? Why are we acting like people don't fucking stop you to the body?
That is true. I saw Canelo stop with that one guy in the
Rocky
UK.
Fielding.
Yeah, with body shots.
The stats still hold up of the amount of headshots and head blows you get, though.
I mean, but Danny did a very good job of telling you why that is. I mean, our sport has been around longer, so there's obviously more information and data on it.
No, but just on a pure 12-round basis or 10-round basis, and you pull together 100 fights or whatever it is. There's just the way that the UFC mixes so many different, like you said, there is flying kicks, there is all that. It's not just head blows, and it's not that surface area of that glove, whatever how many ounces that glove is.
Yeah, but
and the way that your brain sloshes against your skull repeatedly over many years.
At the end of the day, so. I understand this whole surface area shit, but at the end of the day, there's still in boxing, right? In boxing, you don't see many knockouts in the smaller weight classes because in order to produce a knockout, there's a certain amount of force that needs to be generated, right? You're able to generate more force with less holding you down. So when I have a glove half as light as a boxing glove,
4 ounces.
I'm able to generate more force, right? The smallest boxing glove you will ever get in a ring with is 8 ounces, and that's only for fighters who are in a professional fight, fighting 147 pounds in South.
Mind you, it could be contested to wear 10s. We've just seen that.
And
if both fighters don't want to wear 8s, you must wear 10s. Like you guys, you don't even get that.
State of Nevada.
Y'all don't even get a fucking full waist protector. Like, yo, the fact that you're trying to defend a sport that's literally using more brutal tactics and somehow trying to say, oh yeah, but look, you guys have more brain damage. Like, you're in there barefooted. Like your nails are out. They didn't even want your gloves, your fists enclosed. They want your nails out.
Well, it's so you can grapple.
Yeah,
It's so
so an eye could get poked out.
Well, no, that's
that
illegal.
is true. That is true. That did happen on Saturday.
Forever ending scrapes to the face that'll never go away. Like, you dudes are crazy. But don't get me wrong, boxers are crazy too because they come out.
Well, you guys do have some good super chats that help with our.
Yeah, no, we got a shitload.
And you know, because I do want to play devil's advocate, right? Like, you guys are making your point, and then I get to thinking about it, right? When a boxer prepares for a fight, they're sparring 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
The sparring in boxing and the sparring in UFC is not the same, right? Because they're not throwing fucking full-blown knees and kicks at each other in sparring. It's, you know, it's more so going through the motions and practicing the art of it, you know.
UFC.
Yes, UFC.
Yeah, because they're practicing more grappling. Their sparring is more ground game. That's why they usually suck at stand-up. That's why they usually come to boxing trainers for their stand-up, like Dewey Cooper, Bones Adams.
It's very true because boxing is just one little part of MMA. But like, you're definitely right. Like, you look at Khabib. Khabib is argued as like the greatest of all time in UFC, but if you put him in a boxing ring, he would get slaughtered.
Which whoever thinks that's fucking insane.
They're stupid.
I know they wanted him in there with Floyd.
My man's got
he would have got like Conor at least held his own for a couple rounds. I think round 1 it would be over for Khabib.
Like,
let me get to these cash
go
apps.
ahead, man.
I got Anthony. Nope, that's not Anthony. Where is Anthony? But this is Antonio Maurice Johnson. He says $5 for a super chat. I heard the fight would be in UFC gloves, and he's talking about Fury and Ngannou.
But is it going to be like in UFC gloves?
Well, because Fury was training for UFC about a year ago. Or something.
No. But is it going to be like in UFC gloves, but it's still boxing?
That would be better for Fury because he's a bare knuckle fighter as a Gypsy King. So, you know, he'll have smaller gloves. He'll have smaller gloves. I mean, bro, I'm putting my money on Fury. I'm sorry.
All day, every day.
The bare knuckle thing actually dials the conversation back to what we're talking about. Doesn't Paulie would always tell me because he does bare knuckle, there's way less, it's way safer.
So I was so wrong on the gate. Earl made $5 million gate.
That's still a ton, though.
Not 20, but still, that's like you said, that's still a lot. But 20 is up there with Wilder Fury, so I was definitely like, whoa.
I wouldn't be complaining if I made $5 million just on people showing up.
Exactly, and it has nothing to do with concessions.
Right.
Nothing.
Or the actual what you're paid to show up and fight.
Exactly.
No, that's just pure ticket sales.
Because Floyd, he was getting a percentage of the concessions. You sell a potato chip in the ring, I want a piece. You understand?
All them hot dogs, mine.
Yep.
The glizzies. So many glizzies.
Bruh, he wanted everything. And that's what I'm saying. He gave y'all the green print. Now, is Canelo getting concessions? Is Earl getting concessions? Is he getting money? Because you know people coming to drink. I want to cut off that Hennessy.
Word.
Every fucking shot served. Give me $1.
Let me tell you, the lines at the bars,
crazy.
Insane.
In them bowls, you got to wait 20 minutes to get a drink. I want to cut.
Nah, look.
And it's $14 minimum. I want to cut.
You know, I'm in the VIP in the back, walking through, you know, doing my job.
What? You in the VIP?
And those lines.
Danny's a bougie boy.
Ring walk for a reason.
Nah, he's VIP walk, not no ring walk.
He doesn't walk. They could bring like a chair with like wheels on it.
Oh, he got the Fury chariot.
Yeah, the carry-on.
The Fury chariot. I got a 17-month member celebrating champ level. Oh yeah, ring the alarm. Have a look at how many of our legends can barely talk or walk after retiring. UFC guys retire with their senses intact. That's all the proof I need. Boxing is more dangerous, in my opinion. Steven, fuck you. No, the truth is this. Again, we go to Danny. Like, there's more data. We have more fighters. We have more years of fighters. But again, let's take his comment literal and find some facts in there, right? Legends. Who? Riddick Bowe? I agree. He's a little slurring. legends. Mike, he's not slurring. He's doing fantastic at his old age. Leonard, he's not slurring. He's doing fantastic at his old age. Hearns, definitely slurring. Definitely not doing fantastic at his old age.
This is anecdotal, by the way, just so you know.
Why?
Because you're just picking people off the top of your head.
I mean, because I'm like, he's the almanac, and I'm like,
yeah,
I know all the facts.
Actually, so my main point with all this is that I agree. Like UFC fighters, they're paying their fighters too little, and actually, I respect that the sport of boxing like pays their fighters because it's so they're requiring so much risk, like of injury and death and long term.
I think we can all agree, like, just UFC needs to just step it up.
Well, also, I feel like
or all the fighters just need to leave, come to boxing. Like Henry Cejudo was retired, still trying to fight Ryan. That's sad.
Right.
That's sad. You know what that means? That's like when James Toney was retired, still trying to fight Shamrock or whatever the fuck his weird name was.
But my point is there not a money issue with boxing, or am I just wrong, or like that?
You tell me. Bob Arum is how old in your opinion?
Like 99.
All right then.
90.
So
all right.
So I think
he looks 99.
Okay, so and he's still in this sport. Oh, and by the way, Bob has something to say to you. Did I look? No, I didn't.
It is not something that they ever care to see. They've watched it. It's horrible. Guys rolling around like homosexuals on the ground. I mean, it is not a sport that shows great talent. The guys who throw punches can't throw a punch to save their ass. When the punches land, the guys have no chins. These are not like boxers. They are.
See, that's the ignorant argument. Oh, it's just two guys rolling around. That's what my mom says about it too.
He's 90 years old, bro. He's been around the block.
So he's still setting them very prejudiced ways in. Okay,
whoa,
got that.
We definitely did not say that.
I didn't say that.
Definitely did not say that. But look, for me, who watches both, like I get some of your guys' arguments, right? And I feel like you guys have actually made a good one today. I still feel like. I feel like I made a good argument as well, but I get where you guys are coming from.
Did I? No, I'm fucking with you.
You funny as hell. No, I'm just saying I get where you guys are coming from, but, I don't know, man. I feel like boxers definitely make what they should be making. If promoters are losing money, then so be it. That's on them.
That's what I kind of mean, though.
Well, I think you're just like the way Ness explained it. It's just the tides of business.
But Austin, tell this guy here.
Here's the thing.
No, let me just kill him. This is over right here. Oh my God! Don't forget.
Watch this. Don't forget. Don't forget. Write it down. See, here's a big difference. And the reason to the difference in pay between the two sports. One is a business. One is a monopoly.
Yes.
Right. All right. So my answer to Kian. Or question, which is an answer, is name the promoters that have filed. I ain't gonna say bankruptcy because you probably can find some of those, but name the promoters that have packed it up and no longer promote.
Oh, there's probably more than in boxing.
Because anybody can file bankruptcy. It doesn't mean that you quit doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 Cent filed bankruptcy, but we all know he sold fucking vitamin water for like 500 mil, right? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, show me the promoter that packed it up and left. There's none. Gary Shaw is the only promoter that I can remember, and guess what? He got bought out by Rock Nation. Like, there's no promoter that's not promoting anymore.
Is Rock Nation still around?
Okay, so he got me. You're a fucking dick.
But that's one. Yeah, I agree with that.
This fucking guy.
Is Kathy Duva still around?
Yeah.
Is she?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Who the hell promotes Sergey Kovalev? That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, Rock Nation, but
Golden Boy.
No, Golden Boy's here. Come on. I mean, even though we think they're small, they exist. Lou exists. Banner Promotions exists. Star Boxing exists.
No, but what I was saying,
Dimitri exists. It's like, what promoters
isn't Sergey getting this fight because of the fight he was owed? Should he lose to Canelo back in 2019?
It wouldn't matter. He's still promoted by her. And guess what? The fight that he was getting was supposed to be on DAZN, so you're all wrong about that. He's fighting on Triller on the Vargas card. He's the main event. So you're wrong about that.
What's up? You're gonna roast me right now. What's the MTK? Is that the?
Yeah, that's not a promoter. It's a manager.
No, but what's up?
What's up with that?
Who is that? Anything got to do with Top Rank or anything like that?
Yes, kind of.
No, they don't have nothing to do with Top Rank. Nothing to do with Top Rank. That is a manager or a managerial agency, and just like any promoter, You know, if you got a fighter, we can put him on your card. But just like any smart businessman, if you're dealing with some sort of federal legal issues, we can't do business anymore. So Bob, you know, he ended the relationship.
What he said.
Okay.
What he said.
But MTK is no longer exists.
Well, all right.
Once the investigation came down, they closed the doors. They said they were facing too much scrutiny from the public, so they want to shut their doors.
So let me rephrase that. Not MTK specific. So the reason there's been all these issues, right, is because of this guy Daniel Kinahan and the Kinahan family, who have allegedly been associated with the Irish mob.
Your peoples. You look Irish. You look Irish.
Say about that.
And you look Irish with that little Canelo hair.
And Mac the Knife.
He is Irish.
Mac the Knife is.
Oh, that's right. He did say because your last name.
I'm literally from Ireland.
I know. You were born there?
Yes.
Holy shit! Like you're a real dude.
Why don't you have like an Irish accent?
You're like fucking McGregor.
Yeah.
Do an Irish accent.
It's not gonna happen right now.
What about a British accent?
I'm not gonna do any accent.
So
right
Tyson said, "Let's keep it professional, please."
Did you see that movie with Gerald Butler that was out there? No.
What the many movies that he's been in? What are you talking about? Which movie?
Really? He did a lot of movies in Ireland. I don't think he did a lot in Ireland, bro.
I don't know about Ireland. He's saying that Gerard Butler did a movie in Ireland.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know which one you're talking about though.
I mean, there's only one, but whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about. Find it and let me know.
I'll find it.
I did not.
We got a couple.
Hey, there's 473 people watching. Can you hit the thumbs up? We'd appreciate it. We got a bunch of super chats, not a couple.
That's fucked up. We only got 143 likes, but 477 people watching.
I know.
What the fuck y'all doing?
Maybe they don't really like us.
Yo, y'all better like that shit the same way y'all like that shit on
they don't really care about us.
I think you guys saying that boxing isn't more dangerous to the brain is absolutely ridiculous.
Insane in the membrane. Yo, I got Big Supermax that says, I thought this was TBV, not the MMA voice. Cut the mics, Austin.
It's so funny to me whenever you guys like talk about not boxing for like a second. Everyone like they freak out. It's like, dude, like they fucking
where's the
talk about
boxing?
it for 4 hours a day, like 7 days a week. I think you could handle maybe five fucking minutes of talking about. It's still about boxing. It just is ridiculous.
Boxing is literally a part of MMA. Like,
yeah,
dudes are still out there trying to throw a punch. Maybe not as good as
MMA. MMA realized they can't box, so they said, "Fuck it, we'll add knees and shit, you know, and occasionally we'll punch." And it just so happens that the people that actually punch happen to be the most popular, right?
No, definitely.
I would not say Conor. I mean, Conor has a knockout by punching, but I would not say he's
had
a boxer.
Stand-up game.
He didn't. He didn't.
No, he had. No, he has at least one, by my knowledge.
That's what I thought. I thought there was a lot of like.
Yeah, he's just a showman. Yeah,
there was a lot of videos of that.
Yeah, but he's really good. What made him popular was his kicks. He had just brutal kicks.
Talk about boxing.
Yo, who is Raw Dog in the chat?
Oh, he's a hater.
Oh, really?
Is he not a member today? Because sometimes he's a member, sometimes he's not.
I just know he put a comment that says Danny Shits VIP, and that right there I think is the comment of the day.
Really? You want me to time him out? I could put him in timeout jail for 300 seconds.
I mean, I could too, but I like the comment.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I said VIP. I like that.
I got New York Bullet, $5.
Very important poop.
New York Bullet, $4.99, $5 super chat. He says, in my opinion, UFC looks more dangerous because of the elbows and knees. Boxing is more dangerous long term because they take more punishment to the head. So you agree with Kian?
Ness said, we don't need science. We just need boxing.
We just need boxing.
They said, Dr. Mofongo said, correction, it's striking in MMA, not boxing.
Oh, yeah. They want to steal and change words and shit. It's like chopping a car up. We got Jesse Wyatt. Ness. I thought the same until my son started taking Muay Thai and Brazil Jiu-Jitsu. He boxed too, but MMA is a real art. It's interesting seeing different styles to win a fight. Now I know what I'm looking at. No, it's not interesting. That's what I'm saying. That's
How
what
is
I'm
it not interesting?
I'm trying to explain. That's what I'm saying. Because you can't box, right? You're frustrated. So you would rather dive at my legs. You need to throw an elbow because you can't box. You can't fight. So you need to throw those kicks. You see what I'm saying? You need more tools because you can't fight. You're insufficient. You don't have enough. So it's like fuck it. Next thing you're gonna do is bring a sword to the ring. It's like you can't fight. Take little gloves. You can't fight. I can use kicks. You can't fight. Here's a flying knee. You can't fight. I can use a headbutt. Like what the dog. That's some brutal, retarded caveman
That's
shit.
like
You
saying-
guys went backwards. You went to the caveman days. Like, boxing, it's literally been called the sweet science for... Dude, we can add up our years, and it's been called the sweet science longer than that. You guys are cavemen. You're cavemen,
but like
bro.
I said,
hammer fist. That's some caveman shit, bro.
there's no rules in the street.
retarded.
There's no-
It's really, but I'm being like, they literally straddle you, sit on your chest, dick in your face.
There's no rules in a street fight, Ness.
Like, that shit looks so idiotic. And I'm not trying to be extreme. I'm just like, why would I want to sit on a man's chest? That's not how you win a fight.
No rules in a street fight. If you put a boxer and an MMA fighter in
it's a wrap.
in a back
It's a wrap.
alley, it's a wrap.
But that's the thing.
It's a wrap.
Listen to me.
what's a rap? Is it a
The
rap?
boxer's a rap.
It's
But
not,
no.
though.
But is the fighter rap because he's gonna choose to hug you and hold you and
Exactly.
fucking
He's
caress
gonna
you?
fight you. He's gonna do whatever it takes to fucking murder you.
But that's the thing, bro.
And you're gonna be like this. So he's gonna do whatever it takes.
I don't know.
There's no
See,
rules
I
in
guess,
a street fight.
I
There's no
guess
rules in a street fight.
You're right. You're right.
Absolutely.
But this is the thing.
So it's more realistic to life.
But how many of those wrestlers actually win a fight in the street, bro? Like,
all of them.
You're crazy, man. Like, yo, you're talking to legit a dude with 7 convictions for fucking niggas up. Like, that's what I do. Like, you will never grab me. Never. I strike first. You will never grab me.
Look how tall you are.
But it don't matter. I was never this tall. I turned at 20. I was still fucking 5'10", 160, bro.
Did you get
I've
to
been
that tall
punching
at
niggas
20?
in the face all my life. You will never grab me, and if you do, I'm hitting you to the body. I'm uppercutting you, and guess what? My boys is there to break that shit up. We fighting. You ain't wrestling me.
No, you gotta have your boys break it up. Nah,
you ain't wrestling me. You think you gonna dirty my clothes? You sick, man. Y'all crazy. You crazy. I'm asleep, y'all. Straight up. We fighting or we not wrestling. That's for fucking.
It's not like it's an easy fights.
It is not something that they ever care to see. They've watched it. It's horrible. He's rolling around
Is this the homosexual
like
one?
homosexuals on the ground. I mean, it is not a
Shout out to
sport
Bob Aaron.
that
Talk about
shows
slurring your words.
Great talent. The guys who throw punches can't throw a punch to save their ass. When the punches land, the guys have no chins. These are not like boxes. They are.
Can't take a punch.
You saying the Godfather slurring his words?
It definitely doesn't sound as
Bro,
coherent.
my man is 90
Why
years
is
old.
it
That
so-
was probably a couple years ago. Your pop or you know what I'm saying? I know my grandmother doesn't sound the way she sounded fucking 15, 20 years
And
ago.
I also discredit everything my grandmother says too.
You just disrespectful, bro. I take everybody.
What is he doing still working? When I was at top rank,
Bro, look, let me tell you,
eyes are
you
so
do
yellow.
you
He's
do
lifeless.
understand. He was probably high. He was probably high. First of all.
Yo, wait a minute.
But you do understand.
High eyes aren't
bro,
yellow.
Like
Get outta here.
this man was a fucking lawyer. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like this is his second career.
I know.
Like Bob is. You know what I'm saying? Like Bob
promoted Evil Knievel.
Bob lived an entire life before boxing and
Can you
promoting
believe
and
that?
shit.
He promoted the jump over the
I
Grand
know.
Canyon.
The thing that seems like fake. But what
Like that's who we're dealing with.
Why can't he
I don't even think people realize that. But let me get to this Cash App counterpunch for CYP whenever he jumps in the queue.
And I will say that CYP was going in on Austin in the chat. So
Uh-oh.
Austin.
But CYP's
Oh,
all
is
the
he
way
gonna
in
call
California.
in later? I'm excited for that.
He's about to call him right
he's
now.
calling in right now.
I have the mute button.
While
Don't
he's
forget.
there, while we're doing that, waiting for CYP, we got Julio Guzman. UFC is the top MMA promotion with the best fighters and the best fight the best. Boxing has multiple promotions where their fighters are protected from fighting the best.
Yo, refresh the chats because Super Mex came in and I don't want to jump over anybody, but
I'm getting to him.
Super Mex.
That was a $10 super chat, by the way, from Julio Guzman. So ring the alarm. Austin,
everybody. Ring the alarm,
Keenan, do it. I got it. I got another $10 super chat from Oscar who says, boxing is more dangerous for head trauma due to the fact that they take significant blows to the head. You get a 10 count, and UFC, they stop the fights immediately. Boxing has more concussions.
Blog Talk.
He's on Blog Talk.
Oh.
CYP, we get into.
Give me a minute. I didn't have it open. Give me 1 segundo, my friend. Almost there. T-5, 4, 3. Yo.
Yo. What's up? Y'all hear me?
Perfect.
All right, cool. I'm with Ness on this one. Ring the fucking up.
Yeah!
Listen to me.
I ain't even putting no fucking bell. You get unlimited time.
Listen to me. If y'all watch a fight anywhere, fights don't last nothing but seconds. That always tells me how many of y'all really have street fights and how many of y'all don't. Because everybody knows street fights last seconds. Nobody's grabbing each other and rolling on the ground in a street fight. If you do that shit in a street fight, one of his partners is liable to kick you in your damn head. Like, you do not go to the ground by any means in a street fight. You stay up, throw them hands, and see what happens. Usually it gets broken up mad quick because you don't want the police getting called or you getting in trouble. That's how street fights go. Let's be real here. The same people who created boxing created MMA. White people. White people got pushed out of fucking boxing. They say, go ahead and go to MMA. We're going to take this shit over. Boxing's dead. Now these dudes over here getting underpaid saying, I want to come back to boxing. Truth of the matter is, I'm going to keep it 100. I always do. It's always like that. When y'all start something and somebody else and everybody gets to participate and they take it over, y'all start something else. And then y'all call yourselves the greatest. Just like CrossFit, the world's greatest athlete from CrossFit. Are you crazy? But that's what y'all do. Y'all do that all the time. And y'all in the chat, y'all know I'm telling the truth. If you cannot throw hands, you cannot fight. So what you do is you try to learn ways to defend yourself. MMA training is self-defense. Boxing is attacking. MMA training is self-defense. When you go to an MMA class, you go to learn self-defense. Why? Because you can't throw hands and defend your damn self.
Teach me how to stop this choke in case an attacker comes from behind me, Sensei.
All I gotta say is I don't have for the people that are like street fight. I don't have time for street fights. I have a CCW for a reason. I'm not fighting nobody either.
But that's the point. If you're not fighting, but you're forced to.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem right there in itself, right? Because I feel like you just said you got your CCW, right? So you carry legally. Mm-hmm. But from what you just said, your mentality, the same mentality from a lot of these cats in the hood carrying guns. It's like, what I gotta fight you for? I got a gun. I'll just shoot you. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that is an issue because I didn't grow up 7, 8 years old shooting. We was beating each other ass.
Exactly.
You feel me?
I mean, I did too. I just don't have time. The first thing you do is just leave. I don't want to fight nobody. I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like CYP said, in a street fight, I can't say I've never because, man, I lived so long. I would really have to think. But I don't remember someone just, like, jumping on me.
I've been in a street fight, and I've done that.
Like, you kick from long distance?
Keen does, like, spinning back kicks.
Keen's the guy that you grab his leg, and you're just, like, holding it. He's hopping around like, oh, shit.
So I see a lot of people in the chat.
We got more super chats.
I do see a lot of people in the chat. Oh no, shit, hilarious.
Because I can imagine him kicking and he's like hopping around because you caught that shit.
I do see a lot of people in the chat after CYP's called and they're not sure what CYP is talking about, referring to, the white man inventing MMA.
Yeah,
so I just wanted to show everybody who he was referring to. Can I get a screenshot?
Hong Kong Fooey.
Rest in peace.
Yo,
one of the greatest, Chris Farley.
Chris Farley was a fucking official. I got $2 super chat from LV Slug. He says, imagine Wilder power with UFC gloves. # body. What happens to Francis Ngannou? He gets hit with a Wilder right hand with them 4-ounce gloves. Does he die?
I mean, maybe he doesn't die, but
maybe he doesn't. Errol Spence broke your Dennis Ugai's orbital bone. What would Wilder do in 4-ounce gloves, bro? Come on, guys. You guys are crazy.
I'm sorry. This shit's hilarious.
What?
Tommy Edward in the chat saying, a school shooter said he's letting off. He ended it. Talking about Austin.
Oh, that's not funny. You guys got that's dark humor. You guys, those shootings are serious. I'm not laughing at that.
As you just laughed.
I'm not laughing at that.
Moving on.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. In high school, because at that point there had already been like college campus shootings and things like that. So in high school, Bro, anybody who I thought could be a school, I made sure to be their friend. I went out my
Just so that
way.
way they give you the A, don't come to school tomorrow.
I went out my way because I'm like, bro, I'm gonna make sure like you got somebody on your side.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
when
a
they
victim.
run in here, they remember, hey, that guy gave me his,
Bro,
goldfish one day.
Nah, bro.
His lunch money.
Bro, because I used to literally stuff motherfuckers in lockers. So I went through like a phase in high school.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
They said, damn, Danny's uncle invented UFC. Chris Farley. That backfired. I got YouTube. YouTube says...
I'm putting Big Nick in a timeout.
I got YouTube with $1, no message. And then High and Low Sports Centrum, $2, no message. And I'm refreshing here. And we got callers on Blog Talk. Let me go ahead and play this so we can open up the phone lines officially.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the
All the haters, Wilder would break his hand in 4-ounce gloves. Yeah, after breaking it on your face.
Yeah, I agree with Ness on that one. I don't know what Ngannou, how he would handle a Fury right hand in 4-ounce.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me see. We got one more super chat, right? Actually, a bunch more. Shout out to you guys. Brandon Lands, ring the alarm, because that's about number 3. Claiming that boxing is less dangerous than MMA might be the most ridiculous argument made on this show in a long ass time.
Thank you, whoever said that.
Brandon from Houston.
Thank you, Brandon.
Brandon, I aim to entertain.
Shout out for the $5 super chat. Another one back from Brandon. That's why we rang the alarm. That's number 3. He says, tell us how Ali ended up, Ness. You failed to mention. Again, you're talking about the beginning of the sport. That's what I'm saying. Like, look at the gloves. You don't think that we've changed from when Ali was fighting?
Not just that, but
so much has changed. So many rules were implemented.
Not just that,
it's
but
hilarious that you would use that as like a way to fake win an argument.
A lot of these sanctioning bodies wouldn't sanction the shit that they sanctioned back then. Like,
it just doesn't happen.
Like, bro, we used to.
Bro, the gloves
they used
alone.
to fight in fucking 15-round fights.
The gloves alone.
I hear you, bro, but I'm saying these fights used to be 45 minutes of action.
That's fucked.
15 rounds is 45 minutes of action. A UFC title fight is 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's fucked.
I got Big Super Max. That's definitely number 3 for Big Super Max. Bring the alarm. He says, find those two a Border Wars fight. See how they talk after. He's talking about Yatu. He's talking about Yatu.
I did combat sports in high school growing up.
No. There is no combat sports in high school. There is no combat sports
Wrestling
in high
is
school.
literally a combat sport.
Boxing. Because, again, I keep telling people, like, yo, you can be a bodybuilder.
No. Wrestling in high school, 98% of wrestling in high school is for those who can't afford Jenny Craig. That's all it is.
What do you mean?
It's just a weight loss program. That's all it is.
Nah, that's not true.
It's either just a weight loss program.
I actually wrestled, Austin.
No, it's either just a weight loss program. It's for football players to stay in shape.
Okay, that I'll agree with.
And stay in shape during.
Because George and I wrestled.
But it's still competition, bro.
No, it's still competition. But what I'm saying is,
and it's hard. I ain't gonna front act like wrestling ain't hard.
What I'm saying is, at least the people I knew in high school, right? Because I can't speak for everybody, but
you were busy stuffing people in lockers.
Nah, bro, I played football. Majority of the wrestling team was made of my football teammates because they was trying to stay in shape, stay within
gain
a
that
certain
weight, use the weight room.
You know, so
because y'all shared it, y'all shared the weight room.
Yeah, I mean, all teams.
Yeah, we would share the weight room too.
Yeah, so that's a way to stay in shape. But yeah, I mean, I wrestled in high school. That shit ain't no joke.
How'd you do?
Wasn't really my thing, you know.
Nobody's grabbing him.
Exactly. It wasn't really my thing. Like,
nobody's getting his clothes dirty.
It was pretty.
You ain't got no picture of you in those tights.
That's what I'm saying.
Danny wants to
all that.
Danny wants to see that. That's sus, Danny.
I'm from like an older generation, so all that is sus. Like, you know,
I just
even
picture him.
Yo, fucking wrestling weigh-ins. I wasn't feeling none of that. I'm like, I'm good.
What's a wrestling weigh-in like?
I just feel like they get undressed too much for a wrestling.
Yeah, there's some dudes that'll like basically go naked. It's like, dude, you're losing like not even ounces.
Bro,
right
I'm
now.
telling you, it's some weird. That sport is some weird shit. Then, as an adult, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. After an adult, like I realized I made the right decision by getting out of that shit because I seen that movie with Channing Tatum. That was so sad.
Magic Mike? You watch it?
No, I did watch that one. I had a girlfriend. I took her to the movies.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about the other one.
Magic Mike 2?
No, the other one.
Where he was a fighter, a street fighter?
Where he was an MMA guy and turned into, and then he went to live with his coach.
Magic
in
Mike.
that farm. Oh my God, the MMA guys didn't see this shit.
I'm not an MMA guy.
Yeah, right. That's your sport. Find it. Google IMBD Channing Tatum wrestling movie. It was actually an amazing movie.
Magic Mike.
You might cry. He went through so much shit.
I can't believe you wrestled.
Yeah, I wrestled. Pop won a football, high school basketball, alternative high school basketball when I got kicked out, summer leagues. I'll dunk on a motherfucker. I can't wait
You
for
ain't
you.
dunking on me.
You crazy. At this age.
I clothesline your ass.
Danny, he's absolutely
Yeah, if you're
dunking on you.
fouling, yeah. If you're gonna hack me, yeah. Like I legit still have scars from people hacking me because they can't even. Actually, with my left, I could palm the ball way better than my right, which is insane because I'm righty. But anyway, Jesse Wyatt says, BS Ness, I boxed for years and now I train MMA for fun. And that shit is easy to me. No, that shit is not easy to learn. It's a lot of technique to learn. Boxing is considered a martial art too. Yo, why don't you join Border Wars? And tell me that. What, did I skip someone? All right.
Nah.
Dual Ingram says in Compton, I'm pretty sure you guys had Wilder saying the gloves are only there to protect the hands and that you feel the knuckles. Yeah.
Wait, so what I actually did bring up is Paulie
Malignaggi,
who would probably be more on your guys' side. Conversations I've had with Bare Knuckle, I know Bare Knuckle is whack, you guys think, but there's way less head injury, like brain trauma in Bare Knuckle without gloves.
I don't know, man. Pat took me to a fucking bare knuckle fight in Miami.
That's Paulie saying that. That's Paulie.
No, I hear you.
Malignaggi.
I hear you, but that's Paulie also with a plethora, and so much time in boxing. So when he finally did bare knuckle, he can see better because he's practiced all his life boxing. So I don't think it's a fair comparison, bro. Those fights Pat took me to in Miami, I'm telling you, that shit was brutal, bro. Them dudes
Bare knuckle?
Yes.
Brutal. So you get
bare knuckle is crazy.
Get cut more,
bro.
You bleed more. But
hell yeah.
But the head. So do you guys know how
head
trauma works?
But what happens to that cut? Fuck just the trauma though. You keep acting.
No, but that you know how fucking permanent.
But how ugly do you look with 50 something scars and then the stitches and
brain
shit?
trauma never heals, and you can literally die.
And I hear you, but that scar is there for life.
So I mean, I could look like Frank or Sylvester Stallone and still get some like.
Look like
what the fuck are you talking
Look
about?
at him now. Look at that dude now.
But he doesn't have scars. He's not like Frankenstein.
If
and
I had the
shit.
crickets on here, I could have played that.
You don't?
No, you told me to put it on there.
I did. I have to maybe pass it to yours.
But let me tell you,
is this it?
I'm assuming that was
That's the same fucking crickets I got, bro.
Well, I mean, they are crickets. They sound pretty similar.
Yo, so was that soundbite before I was a thing? Like, has that always been a soundbite?
No, I just made
the
it.
sensational one.
Nah, that's new.
Bro, I love you for that. Like that to me,
Preach,
that
bro,
to me is
preach.
like top 3 greatest interview moments of all time.
What?
Maybe I won't say top.
Is
3,
that
top
from
5.
an interview? What interview is that?
That was Nardwar.
Who the hell is that?
Nardwar is like this
Bro.
Canadian nerd.
This guy.
Hold on. Nardwar is like this Canadian nerd who's been around since like the 90s, probably earlier than that, who interviews like rappers and people in music and shit. Bro, but the amount of research he does in his interviews is second to none. Nobody can come close to him.
He'll say something that like he could interview Danny.
Like he'll be like Ness. He'll be like Ness. Hold on, he'll be like, Ness, what happened that time when you dunked on that dude from Newark West and he called your mom's and you was like, yo, how the fuck
do you know about that? Nobody knows about that.
That shit was in 8th grade MLK basketball tournament. How the fuck you know that? You know what I'm saying? He does his research, and that right there was a Nardwar moment.
So Nardwar is gnarly.
For sure.
There you go.
For sure. When it comes to like music interviews, I think he is unmatched.
Oof.
He is unmatched.
So he better than my man Academics?
Yeah, but
Academics.
I feel like
Yes.
for one, Academics has for sure an agenda.
Academics is pretty corny.
What?
Yeah, and
bruh,
NASA's
I guess
some corny shit.
I guess I fuck with Academics because he's like from a content creator standpoint, like he blew up.
What are you gonna say next? You like Joe Budden too?
Hell yeah.
Joe Budden is dope, bro. And Joe Budden to me is so underappreciated on the music side of things.
Oh man, I ain't talking about that. but I am talking about like from podcast standpoint.
Yeah, I think from both
he killed
ways.
it. And then even academics, bro. Like, yo, let's be real, man. Academics, didn't he birth Joe Buttons? Like, come on, yo. Like, Joe Buttons was out here getting chased by white boys with holes in his shirt, barefooted in New Jersey. Then he got on Everyday Struggle with Academics, blew the fuck up because of his interview style. Really for the Migos shit when he dropped the mic. Let's just be real. Everything went up when he dropped the mic. He's like, I ain't interviewing it. He dropped the mic and walked off. You didn't see that?
Yeah, but I feel like he had moments before that.
That's his biggest moment.
Yeah, that without
and
a doubt.
from there,
Joe
the Joe Buttons podcast spun off from there. He walked away from Everyday Struggle.
Joe Budden is whack.
And that's a Complex. That was on Complex Everyday Struggle. Bro,
Yeah.
come on, let's be real. How could you not respect Academics? He got to the highest level. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying I don't respect him. I'm just saying like
the sound bites in there.
I do agree with Ken. I feel like he's pretty corny.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like he's pretty corny.
I mean, again, I'm fucking with him from a creative content, creative standpoint.
I hear you.
He did his thing. He came from nowhere.
Yo, but like Nardwuar, bro, I feel like you just don't know him. Like if you saw him and you saw his,
I ain't taking nothing from him.
Yeah, but I feel like you would. I remember he did an interview with Jay
Z.
Yeah, and
Nah.
they told him we're giving you 5 minutes with Jay. My man's drives 8 hours to get 5 minutes with Jay. He ended up getting like 10. Jay smoking a fat ass cigar in his face and shit. You know, so I don't know. I
Wasn't
like
nothing in
Nardwuar.
that cigar. I got
Tobacco.
Daryl Alexander. Rather you like to admit it, I guess he meant to say whether you like to admit it or not, MMA has evolved. The concept of human combat across the globe, the concept of fighting has changed because of MMA. Sure. How's it change when your own participants want to be boxers? Like that's
the neutral corner just commented, back to boxing. Can we talk about boxing, please, you guys?
Julio Guzman. Chris Farley would wreck Fury. Justin Gonzalez, who on the show this week, and Stevenson Fight Week. We don't have anybody scheduled. Oh yeah, Julian the Hawk Jackson
tomorrow.
Hawk, and who else?
Abdullah Mason, who is
signed the Top Rank. Sparring Shakur.
Sign J Prince.
Who
will be fighting on the Shakur undercard.
Who scheduled that? Because I got his dad number and I never even got the schedule. Did you? Who put him on the schedule?
It's not on the schedule right now.
It is on the schedule.
It is on
right
the
now.
schedule.
For tomorrow, 8 to 9 a.m.
I know that I got his dad number, but I never even like scheduled it. Maybe I did call Kean. Need an assistant.
Danny, somebody's asking why you timed him out. I think it's the guy who said who made that comment.
I scheduled it and forgot that I did
So
it.
let me tell y'all, Tupac 13 made a
rest in peace
in the chat. Right, I timed you out, man. He made a very funny joke. I didn't want nobody else to appreciate.
You don't want to read it out?
No, I'm about to say it. He said the only wrestling Danny's ever done is with a burrito. So I timed him out.
My man don't even like burritos, bruh. He gets tacos with carnitas
No. Carne asada.
No, I'm talking about the red one you made.
Oh, al pastor.
Oh, that's al pastor.
Carne asada.
With of all things,
con salsa.
Cactus.
No, the red one is the one with pineapple. The steak is the one with cactus.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try this cactus. My man always gets cactus.
Por favor, me gusta.
Have you ever ate cactus?
I can't say that I have. No.
Exactly. What about you, Austin?
Yeah, my mother-in-law makes it all the time. She's from Mexico, so they make
you
it all
married
the time.
Mexican. Shout out to you.
It's funny. My dad hates it, bro. I'm talking about my dad won't even look at if a cactus is cut. He won't even look at it.
But y'all frying it?
No, we're grilling it.
What does it taste like?
Is it seasoned? Or is it just like grilled?
It's just grilled.
Oh,
what does it taste like?
What is it?
It's a little slimy.
Oh, so it's like Oliveira?
Yeah, kind of. Not to that extent though.
But kinda.
You know, but definitely
I'm good,
not
Ew.
to that extent.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
You know.
So it's like more saliva in your mouth, more mucus. Sick day. I got high and low sports censor that says the boxing voice is made. Not yet, but thank you.
Tupac, me timing you out was a joke too, bro.
It was love.
It was because if I was mad, I wouldn't have told the entire fucking world that
Exactly.
You said I like wrestling with burritos.
Tony Salgado says the only real sport in high school was after school in the alley. two gloves emoji. See what I'm saying?
Yo, I remember. So
nobody ever said, "Yo, meet me after school. We're gonna wrestle."
Yo, so I know you're Dominican. I know you're Dominican. But do you guys celebrate quinceañeras?
Yeah, it's either like 15 or 16.
Okay, so obviously we celebrate quinceañera. So
that wouldn't be a quinceañera then.
No, I know, but
he's saying
again,
quinceañera, or they celebrate the 16th birthday.
15 or 16.
But what would that be called for the 16th?
Americans, Sweet 16.
Well,
The whole television show.
What would you call it?
Well, that's the thing. If you're Latino, you do quinceañera. But if you're Americanized because, I don't know, your parents were from Mexico, but you were born here, then you're doing a Sweet 16.
So, like, for example,
is that corny though?
I mean, it's
like
the same shit.
Like, for example,
gives your parents more time.
Is it quinceañera corny, or is it like?
No, it's like a coming of age for the woman.
Yeah,
but it's still traditional, like a thing.
Yeah,
it's a traditional. It's young ladies transition into a
womanhood.
No, I know what it is, but I was just wondering.
So,
if,
like, my sister's having a Sweet 16 because of the pandemic. So last year she couldn't have her quinceañera because of the pandemic. So they're doing it
on a Sweet 16.
So MTV's coming out and they're doing the whole thing.
Nah, fucking the Mexicans coming out.
Yo, where Exhibit at? I want him to pimp my ride.
Pimp my ride. That's the wrong show. He meant MTV Sweet 16.
Yeah, MTV2.
I seen the episode with CeeLo's daughter. I can't believe that. I had to stop watching those shows because they're too much, bro. Those families that are rich, like, bro, they do too much for a Sweet 16. Like, bro, CeeLo gave his daughter like a brand new Tesla back then, like, but the official one, plus the ridiculous party, flew her in on a chopper. Like, what the fuck?
Is CeeLo Green and Gnarls Barkley the same person?
I don't know.
Gnarls Barkley?
I don't know.
Who is Gnarls? I've never heard of that name before.
Me either.
Listen to the song "Crazy" by Gnarls Barkley. I think I'm crazy.
Yeah, ain't that him? That's CeeLo.
That's by Gnarls Barkley. Is that not CeeLo Green though?
That is CeeLo.
No. Gnarls Barkley is the duo of CeeLo Green.
There you go. Boom.
What do you mean duo?
See, I knew there was some weird
shit. It says Gnarls Barkley is an American soul duo composed of singer-songwriter CeeLo Green and producer.
I was so confused as a child.
And producer Danger Mouse.
Okay, so CeeLo's the one in the video though.
Todd is in the chat and he just said back to boxing.
Who?
Todd
Lewis.
That's
the dentist.
I ain't seen him in so long.
What is he? What is he now? He's like a manager of a dentist company now.
Yeah, he said we should give me a Sweet 16.
Yo, put me on. I need actually a cleaning, Todd. Holla at me. We got S. Robes who says, did you get my info for the TBV hat last week? I did. And actually, a couple people asked about that. Who else asked? Someone said, Mr. Adore.
Everything's been sent out besides what you sent me over the weekend because they go out today. So
Yeah. And anyway, we're gonna start doing shipments on Friday. So please don't ask till Friday. Did your shipment go out? Because we can't just go to the post office every single day. That's not working. Elijah Don B. MMA is just as bad as boxing and floor humping. If it's for you, then cool. But to me, it's boring as fuck. Thank you. Prophecy. MMA fans don't even react unless a fighter lands a big punch. No one cares about the grappling. Boxing is king. Period. Miguel Cotto in the chat. Yo, saludo, Miguel. Puñeta, papi. ¿Qué tú haces? Saludo, TBV, he says. Shout out to Miguel Cotto, man. Yo, I love how many pro fighters are listening to the show now. So fucking official. Who's on the line? Is that Stonebone Boxing? It sure is. Uh-oh. Stonebone. What are you going to say? MMA over boxing or boxing over MMA?
Man, stop it, man. Boxing all day. Ain't no way you can be getting kicked in the head, knee in the head, back kicked in the head, elbowed in the head, and it's somehow, I'd rather get hit with a padded glove. And a street fight, I'll take Tyson over name the old MMA fighter, and I'll take Mike Tyson over them any day. All of this street fight shit. Come outside. I seen Mike Tyson in a street fight, knock Mitch Green cross the damn street. That's what a street fight is. Hands get pulled. Mike Tyson didn't run up to Mitch Green, bear hug him, and try to suplex him. That ain't a street fight. That's wrestling, no matter where it's at. A fight is standing there throwing hands. Only time you see in a street fight when people grab each other is when both people are tired. They both smoke cigarettes, Black and Milds, and blunts, and they threw 5 punches. They tired. They grabbed and hugged. And then we said, man, break that shit up, man. Y'all hugging and shit, man. Is y'all gonna fight or this shit over with? That's a street fight. I don't know what y'all think about this rule. Hey, let's meet outside the back and, we're going to fight. Then we're going to ground. We're going to roll around a little bit. Then we're going to tap out if you choke me. That ain't a street fight. That's MMA, what y'all do. And
so then throwing hands in the street is just boxing. It's not a street fight.
No, it is a street fight. A fight. Wrestling is a term for hugging and grappling is wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you look outside and see your kids rolling around in the grass doing WWE stuff, you're like, oh, the kids out there wrestling.
No, that's choreography. That's
choreography, whatever you want to call it.
Let's not get it twisted. You're not going to call Greco-Roman WWE.
I'm definitely not. I'm just saying this. Those guys who are top level wrestlers as a professional, what do they end up doing? WWE. Before or WWF, before the UFC, if you was a wrestler, what did you go do?
Teach.
So exactly.
That's what my coach did.
You went and taught wrestling. He went and taught grappling. Or if you were a showman like The Rock and those guys, you went into maybe The Rock or somebody would have done that shit, but it's not the same. And CYP is right though. When you go to even Bob Arum said it. Bob Arum said, now that the Hispanics and blacks dominate boxing, the whites are running to UFC. That's what Bob Arum said, a white man. There's not some racial black thing. This is something that white people saw. They saw, hey, as they became less dominant in the sport, i.e. basketball, even football, you start to see the turn once the black people start to be the dominant. I don't know. I don't think it's just racist. I think it's wanting to be the best at a sport, and it's hard to be when you're physically probably not as gifted as some of those guys. And if you get beat up, and last thing on the money, Ness, we always do this. If Earl do 300,000 pay-per-views times 80, what's that? 24 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just say if he do 300,000 at $80, that's 24 million plus a $5 million gate. Let's just say there's another $10 million in sponsorship, money put up, ticket scheme sales, resale, all this shit that's going on. Earl had like a $2 million guarantee. How is he overpaid? If you making somebody $40 million and you getting $4 million, how are you overpaid? Boxers overpaid. Just because Bob Arum told you, hey, I overpaid this guy or DAZN lost money, they didn't say that they lost money on boxing events. DAZN is a whole company. They could be sheltering money. And the last thing, when they give you $500 million, i.e. Al Heyman, Ness, have you ever heard of the money, there's a time frame for you to spend the money, right?
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I give you $500 million, I give you 4 years to spend it, and now we make money off of the $500 million debt. Then we repackage the debt, but most guys aren't in finances deep enough to even know that. They don't know the rainfall clauses on the amount, the money that got to be spent. And if you don't spend the $500 million in the 5 years, you got to return it. So they don't want to return money. They want return debt so they can collect interest on the debt. The biggest business in America is not oil, not steel, not gas, not weed, it's debt. The service on debt is the biggest industry in the world. And you guys might need to do a little research on that. I'll catch y'all later.
Wow, when we got intelligent callers like you and CYP can just put us on and shut Austin and my producer Kean up. Boom.
Who next?
Why you ain't drop a bomb on that? Boom. Who's
There's
next?
nothing to drop a bomb on. There's a whole lot of nonsense.
Oh, MMA guys.
That's the wrong one.
I know. Who's next over
We
there?
got Jay Benitez.
Hey, what up, James?
Listos pe los chingazos. Listos pe los chingazos.
And it's not going the distance. Either he'll wave the white flag or I'll wave it for him.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
A lot of you live believable lives.
It's easy to sit in those seats. It ain't easy to stand up here. Remember that.
Matter of fact, when I smacked his brother in this gym right here, he didn't do anything. All he did was stand there like a big fat pussy.
In your mind, how does that fight go?
With me getting my hand raised.
SDS Promotions.
Yo.
What up?
Yo, what's up, Nesh? You hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right, man.
Yo, I just wanted to, man, shout out to Stonebone, man, because, you know, he always stay dropping some good knowledge and bombs every time he calls in, man. But, you know, today, man, I just wanted to go ahead and just give a shout out just to the just to the Gypsy King, really, man. You know, hey, Ness, man, you know, like growing up, man, you know, that one dream fight or fantasy fight that people used to always want or talk about used to be just, they wanted that Mike Tyson, Ali, or whatever, you know. But I truly believe, man, that Tyson Fury is like the perfect combination of both and everything, man. You know, based on pretty much just how he's been dominating this current heavyweight generation. I mean, this current generation's heavyweights or whatnot. And I believe, man, we was able to time warp him back 40 years or whatever. He would have been doing the same thing, just to the same competition that Ali's was doing it to, man. Because Ali, was he like pretty much, he was like weighed like 185, right? So he was like a natural cruiserweight in a sense, right? So they didn't see no monster that was compared to like Tyson Fury. So with all that being said, man, like I guess we got to really just rank Fury as like the greatest heavyweight of all time. And I guess when we talk about like Muhammad Ali, we got to talk more realistic fantasy matches. Like
yeah, but there's plenty of people out there that it could be debated had a rougher run at the heavyweight division. You know, man, Ali fought the likes of Frazier, Foreman, Norton. Yeah, but he fought them though. He fought them Tyson's resume. Tyson's resume is only Chisora, Hammer, Vlad, Wilder,
and White.
I had to pull over, man. So Ness, man, I think, man, that's because that we're trained just to believe that something just from our past and everything that we can't just disprove and everything was so great. Kind of like how people think Babe Ruth is still the greatest baseball player.
No, but nobody's got to convince me.
Let me finish.
I'm talking about opposition. You talking about Ali. I'm talking about his opposition.
Man, look, no, Tyson Fury is the greatest thing in heavyweight boxing that we bear to witness.
You just want to troll Wilder fans because you from Alabama. I get it.
You know I'm not from Alabama. You know where I'm from. You've been in my city, man.
You from Huntsville, Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama.
I'm for the man. Look, man. Well, whatever, man. End of the day, man, you just need to go ahead and start chanting Fury Kumbaya, man. That's it, man. He's probably the best thing that we ever going to see.
Yo, Wilder got a message for you, man.
What's that message? Yeah. Whatever. It is what it is, man. Yo, Ness, I'm out, man. Enjoy the show, man. Let's just keep on, regardless of what Fury does after this, man, retire or keep on fighting, man. You know, we ain't never going to see another great thing like this, man.
Bruh, I got to show this shit, bruh. Let me see. Who'd I send it to? Actually, I sent it in the Border Wars chat because these kids is food, man. That's so crazy. Look at this. Let me get a screenshot on this.
How fast he is, by the way. And no rapper could do this, man. I swear, yeah.
Yo, at least they cut their hair. But you know they trolling because at the end they like, yo, follow me on Cameo. So they doing this to go viral, to get it put in front of more people, to get a cameo.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Show him that kick real quick. Yeah.
Look, show him the uppercut.
Look at Danny's face of disgust.
Yo, he said, yeah.
I don't think they're playing because that's how kids. I went to school with legit
Cameo
fight.
and I'll book the Island Boys. Link in the bio. Cameo. Yeah, y'all already know what it is. Yeah.
Book the Island Boys. Yo, book the Island Boys, man.
How fast he is.
Go to Cameo. See how much it is. Is it like
it gotta be low? Let me tell you.
But is it a digital or is it like they come up in studio? Let's see how much it is to bring the Island Boy.
A Cameo is usually
digital, right?
Yeah, it's like one of those messages
Whack.
you send.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I rock with TBV. That shit, right? Whack. How much would it be for them to actually come here and
look,
and then we get them on camera
Madison.
actually doing pads?
Madison.
What, he knows them?
No, but
bro, you get them in studio. That will be
shit! Why are we still on that? What is that? Why does it?
Oh, just the Cameo.
Oh, how much?
$70.
What?
For a personal video. That's how you know they ain't getting paid.
What? It could be 1 million people paying 70. What you mean?
Nah, bro.
They probably kept it low.
I've looked on Cameo. We gonna fly them out. You want to get the Island Boys in studio? Island Boys. I won't be here.
Why? Oh, whenever they here, you won't be here?
Yeah, Danny and I gonna go to a.
They too sus? They too sus to be in studio with you?
Nah, I just got plans that day.
But you don't know what day it is.
I got plans though.
You a hater.
I'm just trying
to make it. I'm an island boy. Island boy.
I'm just
Island boy. I love them guys.
CYP with a counterpunch.
I love the way they do that. Like, I'm a just island boy. Let me do it one more time.
I'm just trying to
Make it. See, like, why you hating on them, Danny? They just trying to make it. Trying to make it.
Oh, I'm an
island boy.
Yo, CYP with the counterpunch. Island boy.
Yo, he said, I'm a just island boy.
I'm a just island
Look, I'm a just island boy. CYP, what up?
I said that. Where the ace at? Where the ace at?
He's on Blog Talk, I think. Still.
I keep forgetting that.
That's the fucking up.
Blog Talk.
Blog Talk. CYP with his second counterpunch. What up?
Hey, y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right, listen to this. This is a fact. In 1960, the average weight of a man was 166 pounds. Today, it is 200 pounds. Tyson Fury would not be Tyson Fury if he boxed in 1960, and Ali would not be Ali's size if he boxed in 2020. So when you guys who just don't understand physics, Tyson Fury would not exist in 1960. He'd be shorter and a whole lot lighter. Ali would be taller and a whole lot heavier today. So when you do the matchup, make sure you use the fact that 1960 men were a different size than they are now. So you can't take a dude from the 60s, bring him here. Prime example, Jesse Owens ran 10:24 in the Olympics in 1940s, right? They did the time for 2020, that's 9:88 in the 100 meters. Because of time, genetics, superiority, track, everything, height, weight, strength, added on, makes him a 9:88 runner, not a 10:20 runner. It happens all the time. So please, if you're going to put Tyson versus Ali, remember, it's not going to be the Tyson that you think. It ain't going to be the Ali that you think. And in that fight, Ali most likely wins. CYP out.
All right, champ. Appreciate
All right.
it. Made some valid points for sure.
I just don't get it. Like, why can't Tyson be big in that year?
Well, I just think he's referring to just the way the bodies have evolved throughout.
Yeah, but
the
we
years.
had Andre the Giant, and
No,
there was
we
plenty
did.
of tall
We
people.
did, but even if you look at other sports like the NBA, we did have those tall people. But even the average height, has increased. When you look at pictures from back then. My mom shows me pictures of her and her friends back then. Or just in general, like if you look at old porn, right? A woman's body is not as developed, say 30 years ago versus a woman's body today. Like,
Danny, what are you doing?
Bro,
what are you talking about?
He was talking. Bro,
So it's like the McDonald's making them more plumpy this year?
No, I'm just saying what I think. I agree with CYP.
Hey,
Bro,
Danny.
no, look, it's easy. I agree with CYP. I feel like a lot of it what has to do if you look at your food has a lot more processed shit in it.
Yeah.
Hence why now your average sizes in people across the board is bigger in today's day and age versus back then. So
More Ashley Stewart stores now
is that like the plus size store?
for women.
Okay, I assumed when you said Ashley, it would be a woman's store. But yeah, bro.
Very smart of you.
So, Danny, why did you time out Todd?
Oh, another timeout.
Nah, bro.
You on a timeout?
He timed out Todd.
He on a timeout frenzy.
What did Todd say?
Uh-oh.
Bro, you get people in the chat that just don't know what they talking about, so they get time out. Bro. They say stupid shit.
I'm a just island
Did he
boy.
roast you? What did say the joke?
Island boy.
You called out Tupac's joke. What was the joke?
Nah, his shit wasn't even a joke. It was just stupid.
Todd, what'd he say? Bring back Jordana?
Nah.
He said, hey, how about another low blow show?
Oh. Who next? Who next?
We got Miguel.
Miguel. ¿Cómo está? Miguel.
My name is Floyd. My name is Floyd. My name is Money Mayweather. You guys hear me?
What up? We hear you.
All right. So y'all talking about what UFC and boxing, and how UFC is not as good as boxing.
It kind of spawned into that, but yes, if you want to, please give your take.
Okay, so I'm a huge Joe Rogan listener on the podcast, and he has some pretty cool interesting stories on UFC. So in the beginning of UFC, there was like really no regulation kind of thing. So everybody was like jacked up on steroids. You had like little dudes who had like, like 20 pounds of muscle and everything, you know? But no, UFC, it is a dangerous sport. You have the last airbender. You know who that is? I forget his real name.
Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, do you know his knees are like completely fucked? Like he doesn't do cardio at all because his knees are like gone. And then you have other UFC fighters who literally were going blind and they were like going under the water, like trying to avoid the rules and shit like that. Not the rules, like the doctors. So they would pass the test and go fight, even though he basically had like one good eyesight. So I mean, I think UFC was more of a they were trying to make it and get like a pay. And I lost my thought. Anyways, UFC is fucking amazing, man. Don't degrade the sport like that. It's really tough. And what CYP? Is it CYP? The guy who what he said that UFC is like what they go on the ground and wrestle and shit. Dude, a fucking what is it? Jiu-jitsu guy will fucking break every single bone on your body if he ever gets you on the ground. Once you're on the ground, that's it, dude. You're fucked. Boxing, it's a fucking amazing sport too. It's beautiful to watch the knockouts. I was hyped when Tyson just uppercut Whyte. But yeah, both sports are great, and I think UFC just on its own, dude, it's really good. They're not getting paid what they should be getting paid, but I mean, boxing has been around for the longest, and back in the days when boxing started, a lot of people were dying. If you listen to Morales and Mauricio, WBC president podcast, it's amazing, dude. I mean, I think they're just talking a lot of shit about UFC, and I'm not even a hardcore fan of UFC. And I've been to a gym where I got my ass whooped real bad. So, dude, UFC is just
Come to a boxing gym, you get your ass whooped real good too.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. I don't fucking box. I'll get my ass kicked by anyone who trains daily or even once a week. I'm done. I'm not. I'll never get in a fight. I'm not a fighter. I watch shit. I enjoy watching. But yeah, that's my call. Hope it makes sense.
All right, brother. All right.
All right.
We got a couple of super chats. Count Drago, $5 super chat. Fury went down from Wilder and Cunningham. I've got Lenox and Foreman KOing Fury. Evander would also be hell. Forrest with late upset KO of Pulev. And he's talking on Jerry Forrest, who's going to be fighting Pulev's. Is it Kurbrat or is he fighting Pulev's cousin?
This is his brother, I thought.
Oh, all right. And that's going to be on Triller. And that should be the undercard of Sergey Kovalev and the Vargas. We got a counter punch from CYP. Number 3, ring the alarm. Number 3. And he's on Block Talk. Don't forget that. Where you at? He's not on Block Talk yet. Wait, let me refresh.
Come on, Nash.
Is he over there? He hasn't joined yet. All right. Remember that. Don't let us forget it. In the meantime, D Nice says,
look, people was making fun of me in the chat. Let me tell you about my comment about people, the physique and people back in the day.
Yeah, because you said porn.
You said old porn.
Bro, I was just trying to think of something to look into, because really what I was going to say, when I really noticed it, my mother showed me her high school yearbook. So I'm going through.
Where'd your mom go to school?
Where's this going?
This guy, why are you looking at your mom's friends?
No, bro, I'm just going through her yearbook.
Damn, Ma, your friends was mad skinny.
Bro, it's just what it was.
They had no.
Bro, it's just the reality of what life was back in the 80s and what life is today, bro, and even before then, bro.
You got your,
Bro, I hear you. CYP over there now?
Bro, you're like 20 feet away from the mic and you expect me to hear you? Come on, bro.
CYP, I don't see you on Blog Talk or Discord. So we're going to keep it moving. It looks like we got... Ooh, I don't want to use the actual... There goes CYP.
Yo. Hey, whoever that was, get my name right, homie. Get it right. It's C-Y-P. And if you don't know the name, just go, you. I'll show up.
That's sus, CYP. You very sus.
No, I'm not just sus. I'm moisty. I'm moisty too.
Shit, that's Troy. That's Troy.
I'm moisty. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. But to homeboy's proof, did y'all notice that he said, a MMA black belt jiu-jitsu artist will get him on the ground and break every bone in his body? Doesn't it help my doesn't it help my point? Because I'm saying y'all who don't know how to do that can't fight. So if he needs to learn all the jiu-jitsu and be a black belt master to take me to the ground, doesn't that prove that you can't fight without learning how to fight? Think about it. That's my whole point. When you can't fight, you take your ass to self-defense. You start learning some moves, rolling around, and that's what you end up doing when somebody attacks you. When they attack you, you curl up, drop, and roll. Don't they say that? Stop, drop, and roll. When you're in danger, stop, drop, and roll. That's what MMA fighters do. They stop, they drop, grab you, and they roll. Hey, good call, Colin. I'm glad that you challenged me. Most people are too damn scared to get up out the
CYP. When were there rules in a street fight? When were we sanctioning street fights? When did I have to go to USADA and be like, yo, I'm about to fight Ness out in the street?
No, we use real drug testing. We don't use USADA. We use VADA.
Oh, is VADA better?
We use real drug testing.
When there was rules in a street fight, when people started wrestling and getting kicked in their head and jumped, that was rules to a street fight. Usually, I'm telling
you. That's because you're afraid to fight on your own.
Bomb. No. I'm saying, why would I get kicked? Like, if I'm fighting on my own, and then we go to the ground wrestling, and then this homeboy kicks me in my head.
Yep. That's not my fault. You didn't. Hey, man, that means you don't know how to fight. You didn't learn how to wrestle.
No, you're not listening to what he's saying.
You're not listening.
He's saying he's in a fight. They go to the ground. He gets kicked by another person in the crowd who is a friend of the person he's fighting, because obviously he's getting the better. So that's why street fights stop going to the ground, because you're being jumped. So now it's a circle. You're in the middle. You got your friends. I got mine. If somebody get in, it's a rumble. Nobody get in, it's a one-on-one. And then that changed from give me the one-on-one to give me the fade. Like, it's just we different.
Nah, bro,
like,
look, I'm going to be honest with you. Growing up, and I'm talking about like my middle school days, growing up, maybe even like freshman year of high school, you got in a street fight and somebody got took to the ground, you stepping back, you gonna let their ass get back up and you gonna keep fighting.
That's what I'm saying. It's like an unwritten rule. Like, get your ass up.
There's no rules. What do you mean?
I'm telling you, y'all just in a different neighborhood.
That's the thing. Exactly.
Y'all raised different.
Differently, bro. Like growing up, if you got in a fucking fight, the shit go to the ground, you get in your ass up, you gonna let whoever get their ass up, and you gonna continue to fight on your fucking feet.
I won't lie. Like, if two dudes, like if one dude had more respect, like, I guess, if he headlocked your ass, and back in the day, it used to be a lot of hand locking and one hand punching, they might not break that up. But like full blown wrestling, man, people breaking that shit up. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Your kneecaps all scraped on the concrete.
I'm trying to, I guess I'm trying to defend myself.
Bro, look, I'm gonna put it to you like this. When we saw a fight in school, like I had plenty of friends who fought each other. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's just, you get what I'm saying? You my mans, but we disagree, and this is the way we gonna settle it. Even then, whenever you saw a fight, bro, you not breaking that shit up until somebody get took to the ground. Bro, a fair fight.
You just go right back. Shoot for another, like UFC, shoot another takedown.
But that's what I'm saying. That's like where the way y'all grew up, that's okay. That's accepted. That may be normal. It's different, in everywhere you grow up. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be honest, the way I grew up, that's not even the way Chicago is right now. People ain't fucking
fighting.
And ain't nobody fucking fighting.
But y'all been not fighting. Chicago's been known for crazy shootings.
and that's what I'm saying. Like middle school, maybe up to like my freshman year of high school, but it was like, that's what it was back in the 2000s, at least where I was from. Like, that's exactly how it was. Just in general, like if you look at old porn, right? A woman's body is not as developed.
You got it already?
Bro, it's true. Like,
wait, I gotta hear it. Play it again.
He said, "Play it again." Maybe the producers have his headphones on. This guy,
fucking 20 feet from the mic
and the headphones.
Play it again. Just in general, like if you look at old porn, right? A woman's body is not as developed.
not supposed to be on the show. What are you talking about?
You're supposed to be listening.
I am listening.
Not without headphones.
You're 2 feet away.
Dr. Mofongo. Actually, D Nice says, and me, brother, I asked. What he means? And me, brother, Oh, he's asking about his hat. Yes, shipping is Friday. And if you didn't make the cut on Friday, we'll let you know. Julio Guzman, the best MMA fights have been stand-up versus stand-up. Oh, I wonder why. Dr. Mofongo, the difference between boxing and MMA can be summed up by the fact Brock Lesnar became world heavyweight champion. No chance he does that in boxing. That's so fucking true. There's no way The Rock comes to boxing and actually wins the title. We'll bury his ass and every other fucking Mickey Mouse MMA fucker.
Nah, look, all I know is the only sport producing WWE athletes
is boxing.
No, is UFC.
No. I mean, I understand. Hold on. I misunderstood your statement. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say off of what you said, what triggered me is that boxing is so popular. Wrestling comes to boxing to bring our boxers over there.
But what I'm saying is you don't see
that
retire.
For UFC.
What I'm saying is
McGregor ain't do WWE.
Ronda Rousey's like one of the
bro. That's what I'm saying. You can't fucking even make it in the UFC. You got to go to the WWE, bro. Like Brock Lesnar, juiced up ass. I don't know how they allowed him to fight in the UFC. But guess what?
What?
I'm bad. I gotta go act. Ronda Rousey, get my ass kicked a couple times. I gotta go act.
Yeah.
Name
she retired.
But you know what though? Floyd bringing in them dollars. Hey, let's go get them. Let's go bring some money into the WWE. One event with the Big Show. Let's go.
It's the Big Show.
Let's go get them at WrestleMania.
That's right.
Come on, man. They not retiring. They not retiring out of boxing to go act.
Nope. How many MMA fighters made it to the
WWE?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, off the top of my head, you got Brock Lesnar.
No, he came from
he came from that. He went backwards.
That's backwards.
Oh, that came.
Rousey went over there to fight, right? And who else?
I mean, Rousey and Lesnar was the two.
Yeah, well, you had CM Punk, but he got bodied by two nobodies.
And CM Punk.
But he went in with a 2-fight.
He came from acting.
Speaking of WWE, for any boxing fan, not yet, Austin. I know how you do. Not yet.
He jumps the gun sometimes. He does jump the gun sometimes.
Jump the gun. Danny's so paranoid. Please don't screen share. Bro, all right, we're good on the screen share. Please take it down.
Not yet.
I don't like people seeing my messages and shit.
Not yet.
Then don't screen share.
Jesus Christ. This is I'm actually looking for the picture that makes most sense to show you before I tell you the story, but it's actually unhealthy to be looking at this Instagram. I'm going to be real. I can't find it. What the Oh, here we go. Unhealthy? No, this is not good.
Why? Oh.
So we're talking WWE. She's a WWE girl. But she trains with trainer, former fighter Malik Scott. And I really want her to make her transition into boxing. I couldn't find anything with her boxing, but she can really box. I don't know, can she fight? Because boxing with the pads and in the ring obviously isn't fighting in the ring. But Lord, if she just came to boxing, we'd be so much better off. Like she's in the WWE. She was actually in WrestleMania. But we'd be so much better off. She could really turn some stars out here, which I think.
Definitely
newest bartender?
Eye-catching.
I wish. She'll never be our bartender. You kidding me?
How many followers
She's busy.
she got?
Speaking of which, what's happening this Friday?
This Friday, we're having a bartender.
And we're having a...
Bartender, when you're looking at me. I don't know how the words go. We're having casino night. Friday, join us for casino night. Yo, all right, one last screen share because she looks like a superhero here.
Yo, Discord just lit up.
Superhero. But here goes another one. This is I think this is at WWE.
How many followers she got?
35,000 million.
Word.
502,000. She just became WWE. She's been in training for mad long. And obviously I followed her from being in the ring with
Yo, did you know that they have like schools?
Malik Scott. Who? UFC?
No, the WWE. They have
of course, that takes a lot of acting, bro.
I went, bro.
Bro, they have schools and shit.
Bro, that takes so much acting. Like, dude, they got to go to school. They got to go to school. I'm trying to find her pad work because I know people going to think she's just a pretty face. So I'm going through Malik Scott videos to find the pad work because...
This is like...
In the meantime,
doing research
would you like to get some callers as Discord is lit up, man?
I don't know about callers because we got Dr. Muff. We said that. Brandon Lenz. If you look at old porn, quote of the day or of the year.
Just in general, like
That's
if
a
you
super
look
chat.
at old porn, right? A woman's body is not as developed.
We got Ohio Runs Boxing. That's not Ohio Runs Boxing. Tell the truth. I just tried to. That is actually J to the Will. You should lie low. I used to get it in Ohio. Yo, who knows that killer song? No, y'all don't.
What's up, fellas, man? Yo, y'all wildin' with that Danny soundbite. Y'all wildin', man.
Yo, but am I lying though? Am I lying though? Am I lying?
It is true. The porn back then didn't look like the porn right now.
Yo, let
Danny,
me
I'm
tell
riding
you,
with you, man.
I found a VHS in my mom's
Stop
cabinet.
Stop telling us your mom.
Nah,
and
bro,
then,
look.
and then the same sentence porn.
Bro,
we don't want to
look,
vision
look.
that.
I mean, it was my parents' shit, bro, but it was a VHS
This is the
shit.
Danny Down Bad episode.
Word.
Never down. Bro, but I'm just saying, bro, old joints they not the same.
Shit.
Man. But to the MMA topic, man, it's kind of nuanced for me, man. I respect MMA, but the way I look at it is boxing has been around far longer, so the way it's set up, it's just a lot of muddy waters. So like you got promoters, you got different channels, so you got a lot of different things pulling in a lot of different ways, which causes the fights we want not to get made. MMA has kind of like a perfect structure, whereas you got one guy overseeing everything. He's going to make sure the best fight the best. Now, boxing is in a fucked up structure, but it's still relatively competitive to the MMA. Now, if boxing was set up as the MMA, boxing would blow the MMA out the water. If the best fought the best, it was made to fight the best. It wasn't all like 4 belts and everything. Boxing will blow MMA out the water. So boxing is obviously far more entertaining than the MMA in my eyes. But on the comment, which one is more brutal? Which one is more, more harder on the fighter? It's definitely boxing, man. Without a doubt, it's easy. And boxing is my sport, but we can just count. We can just tell which one is harder by the amount of deaths each year in each relative sport. You know what I mean? So we can't sit here.
Cut it. Fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
I'm about to say, we can't sit here and deny the fact that we lose fighters. We lose a fighter almost every year. So we even lost a fighter during the quarantine, the pandemic, when it was little to no fights, and we lost a fighter that year. So boxing is just the way boxing is. And your boy Derek James put it best during the Ugas fight. He was like, it's much better when somebody get hit with that one punch and gets knocked out. The fight's over. They take that one punch and it's over. But when you get beat up and beat on round after round after round, you may come out a different person. You know what I'm saying? The one thing MMA do got is like once they get knocked out, the fight's over. And so the fighters do take less head trauma, less punishment. And so I just said we got to be real with boxing, man. We lose a lot of young guys in boxing just because of the way the sport is. It's not the fact that, we don't got good doctors, we don't got good reps. It's just our sport. It's just pure head trauma. There's no rolling around and laying on top of another guy. It's just pure head trauma. So, unfortunately, boxing is a little bit more dangerous than MMA. That's my call, guys.
Austin, I'm ready. So this is Malik Scott's page, and here's some video of her. We found it. We got music. I don't want to let the music play. I wanted you to hear her power. You hear that left hook? Ooh! You seen that? Left hook to uppercut. Wow. After the 1, 2, 3, she turned that into an uppercut. But I think she got it, man. I mean, obviously this is pad work, but she's being taught by a good teacher. Fundamentals, looks there. She turning over that right. And there's more. I'm telling you, he's been working with her for a while. Obviously, she's probably making more money. And what do you think gets paid more money? WWE? Look at this right here. This is how you could tell she's advanced. Look, he's got her bringing a jab from the bottom, hands down. You know, trying to have her relax, loose. Let me see if they got music on this one. They always got music in the gym.
Going back to your comment, WWE is like, there's all their people are always jumping over to like AEW right now because they don't get paid nothing, no health insurance. They have to pay for all their own travel and lodging. Like every single day they have to pay for it. Unless you're like John Cena, of course, then they pay for it.
Look at that right hand. No?
Yo.
Look at that.
You got to read the chat. I'm sorry.
That's all good. The chat gonna hate because that's what they do. I'm trying to make boxing
They're
great.
not hating on that.
Brandon Maurice, member for 16 months at the contender status, says Danny is porn historian. He studied the evolution of the women's bush over time. Laughing out loud, laughing out loud. Keep up the good work, TBV.
Word. Shout out to you, champ.
Shout out.
I don't know that I'd consider myself a historian, but
I mean, you watch that old porn, man.
I did. Just in general, like if you look at old porn, right, a woman's body is not as developed. Word, it's not. You feel me? And I know that about
watching old porn.
Yeah, back in the day,
that shit was whack compared to new porn.
Bang Bros used to be hitting back in the day.
Bang Bros was around back then? No way.
Word.
No way. They wasn't around.
For sure, bro. My first,
You watch Bang Bros. I mean, but
yo, that bus
I keep
was
forgetting you
legendary.
mad young. He's mad young. I keep forgetting.
Yo, that bus was legendary to my childhood.
Yo, the bus?
Man, that shit was legendary to my childhood. I'm like, damn, this how naive and young I was. I'm like, damn, they really just getting girls that easy off the
street. They just flash a little, and then they kick them off.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Bang Bus rode around and just picked up girls like it was nothing.
Yeah.
But that's not real.
He's the same dude who said WWE is not fake.
All right. We got James Benitez, who says Ali is similar to COVID. When something is promoted so well, people will believe it was once the biggest threat to society. Truth is, Tyson Fury is the biggest threat to the heavyweight history. We got Miguel Guerrero with a counterpunch. Who is me? Oh, Miguel was on up there. Miguel, what up?
Yo.
What up?
I completely forgot what CYP said because of like Danny with his porn thing.
Well, basically he said he's right, you're wrong.
Yeah, but he said something about black belts. Do you know how hard it is to get a black belt jiu-jitsu? It's really freaking hard, and they just won't give it to you. Freaking blue. What is it, like a blue belt?
Like Miguel, are you Brazilian?
No, I'm Mexican, dude. It says Miguel MX.
Oh, all right, my bad. I can't see Discord from over here.
Yeah, no, a blue belt will, once he gets you on the ground, dude, you're fucked, man. I've been there, and I've seen like little dudes take dudes down, and also about street fighting. What's the code? Like once you go down, stand up and keep punching.
I mean, again, it all depends where where you were raised. Is how I look at it.
Street fighting. There's no rules. There's no codes. It's like beat the hell out of the other guy, and that's it. Get choked or whatever you got to do to beat the other guy. But I don't know, dude. I forgot what I was gonna say to CYP because then he like quadrupled down on porn and shit like that. So it's all fun though. It's funny. Got me a few laughs out here, and that's it, man. I ain't got much to say anymore. I forgot.
All right, thank you for calling in. I just want to remind all our Patreons and YouTube members, we have released the 420 episode BTS and behind the scenes. A lot goes on here once we cut the cameras in studio. The rest of the building is basically floating cameras from our crew, getting you behind the scenes footage. I'm putting that link in the chat right now if you want to check out our members only, Patreon only BTS from our 420 special. Go ahead and do so. Don't forget, Friday we're going to be having another live show, and it's going to be our casino night. So I hope you guys join us right here Friday, April 29th, where it's going to be going down. We got New York Bullet, and he says, I shared an article on the TBV live chat Discord that should help answer questions between MMA and boxing. Good read when you get a chance. Austin is going to consume that. Big Fish, street fights start standing up. 95% of people will throw strike before grappling move. Take a bare hand punch and then get back to us about street fighting. That's right.
So I did read that article that he posted. And
what did it say?
It's basically the same thing I was saying. So this sports clinic ran a bunch of tests and trials between MMA and boxing. And the main consensus was, yes, you're more likely to get injured if you're participating in mixed martial arts, but the injury,
we win again.
The injury severity is less overall than boxing.
Bullshit.
Because you'll straight up get a cut to the face or something, but that you may be a little concussed. But boxing, you're taking repeated shots over basically the same points we were arguing. That's basically all this article is saying. It's just giving points to both, basically.
All right.
Alrighty then. And who is next?
We got Big Gucci Nick.
Big Gucci Nick. What up, man?
What up, Danny? What up, Ness?
What up, Gucci?
Hey, man. Make sure everybody smashing that like button, man. Smash that thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button. Smash everything. Best podcast on the planet. You know what it is. Yeah, man, another day, another grinding, man. Listen, I don't like MMA because it takes eyes off of boxing. Fuck MMA, man. I'm totally with you guys. I think that's the superior sport right there, man. The OG sport. Everything branches off of boxing, you feel me? Even MMA. But, yeah, man, Dillian Whyte kind of upsetting. I lost my bet. Thank God it was a free bet, $40 free bet from DraftKings, but I would have won 170 back. But man, he got dominated and KO'd. That was I feel like his career is ended, man. But it's a heavyweight division, so you never know. He might come back, fight Wilder. Who knows? But yeah, that's my call, man. Good show.
All right. We got
Swift out the 813.
What up, Swift?
Swift, what up? Oh, shit. Here we go.
Moving on. Who next?
We got Hulk in Maryland.
Who next? Hulk in Maryland.
What time is it? What time is it? What time?
Hulk in Maryland.
Tommy, I can knock you out, man.
Holy shit. Shakur gonna be in the gym. TheBoxingVoice.com.
Great show.
We gotta go.
Dan and
I'm gonna get in the ring with Manny, yo. Lil Manny.
Oh, yeah, Manny, yeah.
That motherfucker, wait till I see him.
Why?
Because he might not know me, but he know for a fact he seen me. I just realized that's Rajan Chan's little brother. That's Bobby's son. We trained in the same gym. I'm going to jab him for acting like that.
Yo, let me tell you, he look nice.
I know. Everybody's posting it because Shakur. That's what happens when one famous person reposts you.
Word.
The world now thinks he's the greatest.
Nah,
Crazy.
I don't know. But he look nice for sure. But Hulk, what up?
Madeline.
Yo, Ringwell, what's up? You can hear me?
Word.
What up, yo, Ness? And everybody slap the shit out of the like button.
Let's go.
Hey, yo, first of all, just in general, if you used to look at old porn, but I love Ray Walk with that one. That's a classic right there, bro. You got a classic. Hey, look, we can all agree on one thing. Billions of years ago, when people first got here on this planet, two things happened with two people that got into the first argument and started the first sport. It was either fighting or wrestling. They either got together and threw hands, or they fell to the ground and started wrestling. That's the first sport. They needed no equipment to do it. So the wrestling and the fighting is the oldest sports, put it like that. But I want to come up to this weekend's fight. Tyson Fury destroyed Dillian Whyte. I said Dillian Whyte was a ballroom brawler. But the thing that got me was saying Dillian Whyte was a complete fighter than Deontay.
Hawk, you using some sort of Bluetooth? Because you know you're going in and out.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I mean, it's still like snap, crackle, pop with the static.
Hold on. How about now?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
What up, though?
Okay. All right. Well, like I was saying, the fight over the weekend, the destruction of the ballroom brawler. Before the fight, the word was that Dillian Whyte was a more complete fighter than Deontay Wilder. He had more boxing skills, which I thought was a complete bullcrap. In that fight, you saw a dude go out there and absolutely had no idea of what to do. He looked worse than I even was saying he was. He looked awful. He got destroyed, and I'm gonna tell you, this old Wild World of Sport used to do a thing that come on. They go the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. When they say the thrill of victory, they show somebody winning. The agony of defeat, they show this person getting destroyed. They would use that clip of Tyson Fury crushing dude with that uppercut. That shit would be on the Wild World of Sports video for the rest of history. I ain't seen an uppercut like that in a long damn time. But I tell you, that boy is nowhere near Wilder. Wilder would have killed that boy. I wish they would have fought. But that's my call.
Screen share. From Udernis Urgas, Twitter handle, the former WBA. I have blocked many people these days. If you are a fan and you tell me, Urgas, I'm over you, you're not on that level, I say okay. Thanks. But if you come and make fun of me, discredit me, and make me understand that you hate me, then I'll block you and save you stress to read me. And I guess he meant to read my tweets as I tweet, you know. But this is what fighters deal with, you know. And us as a people and as boxing fans, we have to learn to do better because you want these guys to take these unifications. So right now we want Shakur and Valdez to fight, and we want Valdez to say yes. We know that he was the one not saying yes. He was the one didn't want the fight. That's how publicly it looks. Perception looks like he didn't want the fight. He could have fought Shakur at 26. He moved up. When Shakur wanted to fight at 30, it was him calling Shakur out. You know, it was him who didn't sign. So when he finally gets in the ring with Shakur, and now all of a sudden Shakur beats him, are we going to shit on him? Are we going to call him, you know, names and say that he didn't belong? Like, that's the problem with this sport. It's like you want these guys to fight the best, and when they do, you shit on the dude that lost, man. It's like, you dudes need to get your ass whooped.
No, we got Brandon Lenz in the comments saying that's what Cornflake was talking about, and that's exactly what he was talking about.
Exactly.
Because, you know, it's a very lonely sport, bro. It's a very lonely sport, and I feel like it's like this with a lot of people who have success, regardless of what you're in, right? You know, they're with you through the highs, and you're on your own through the lows. So
absolutely, they kick you off the fucking the bandwagon when you're alone. It's like, yo, get up out of here. Looks like Julio Guzman, ring the alarm. Cain Velasquez went to the WWE for a moment. Sway says, Holly Holm, Hall of Fame boxer, and became a UFC champ after. Shout out to boxers, crushing it.
She's actually getting inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame this year, Holly Holm is, so.
$10 super chat from Saquon Jones. Even though Fury kissed a man at the weigh-in and asked another man about the size of his manhood during the post-fight interview, he is still a great fighter. He sure is.
I don't know about he asked him about his manhood, but he asked him about his Corey.
He definitely asked about his Corey, which translates to manhood. James Benitez with another one. West Coast Productions, Lacey Duva. We got Brandon Lenz with another one. Don't feel bad, Danny. I've been clicking yes. I'm 18 since middle school.
Word. They know what it is. Just in general, like if you look at old porn, right? A woman's body is not as developed.
Julio Guzman back with another one. Fury was asked if he vacated who he would like to see fight for it, and he had kind words for Wilder. Said he wishes he would come back for that. That is actually one of our topics right here on the notes, it says Fury. Actually, we have Tyson Fury's wife believes he would return for Usyk-Joshua winner, which I believe he would. Tyson Fury scooped up $33.6 million for the Dillian Whyte fight, which is astronomical. And Fury to vacate the WBC title and wants Wilder to fight for it, which I would love. You know, Wilder Ruiz, maybe? Wilder Ruiz, anyone? Vacant WBC? But honestly, I know other people are going to feel differently, but I feel like it'll be whack. Like, you couldn't beat him, so he's going to vacate the belt, and now you'll be champion again. Like, I would just go for another belt. Fuck that WBC. That's his shit. Like, because then it's known. It's like, oh, you couldn't beat him. You waited till he retired to go get your belt back. Like, that shit ain't going to look right. We got Julio Guzman says, Dillian Whyte equals modern-day Jerry Cooney. Damn. Jerry Cooney is celebrated in America. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, some of these guys, that's making it to the highest level. I mean, didn't Jerry Cooney fight, like, fucking Muhammad Ali? That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys are so mean. A guy can make it to the highest stage, and because he didn't win the fight, like, he's a bum. Like, oh, modern-day Jerry Cooney. Didn't Cooney fight fucking Ali? Like, weirdos. C-Dub, what up? Alabama.
Yo, TBV, what's up?
What up?
Yes, what's good? Green Walk was good, man. You know, shout out TBV. Smash the like button. It's free. Do something. It's just that I got to talk on this MMA, UFC, man, and the difference in boxing. And if you clown in wrestling, it's just that, just like Stonebone said, like, if you clown in boxing or if you wrestle, then you can't box. If you clown in wrestling, then you can't box. That's just that. A fight is a fight. The dude's in the background killing y'all. It ain't no rules in fights. I don't know where y'all from. They didn't stop fights in Birmingham, Alabama, West Side, Pratt City. They didn't stop it if they go to the ground. You better know how to handle yourself. You better know how to handle yourself. People sound ignorant trying to say wrestling and fighting like it ain't a fight. Like it's fighting. Both people know how to fight. It's just different ways of fighting. I would say respect both arts. Just respect it. Don't discredit it. Don't clown it because you don't understand the rules or you're not as knowledgeable. I would say next, follow Sean O'Malley, follow Connor, follow strikers, follow Adesanya. Like, if you just follow strikers, then you'll love UFC. But yeah, it's just boxing is a more organized way of fighting, and MMA is just a brawl. Like, if you're gonna brawl, you gotta know how to handle yourself. Period.
How about
he's right on?
From one whack sport to another.
Okay, fair. But he's right about Sean O'Malley. That dude jacked this dude up, backpedaling the entire time. All striking.
Sounds boring.
It's literally like every boxing match. What you mean?
Every boxing match.
Every Floyd fight.
Every boxing match doesn't wear Daisy Dukes, bro. Like, MMA dudes got the game fucked up. Let's just be real. Like, you guys are trying to act like they don't, but like, no other sports wear Daisy Dukes. Like, they be wilding in that sport, man. I'm good. Like, all the way 100,000 times good.
I feel
Y'all
like
can
you're
keep
just.
that.
I don't know, man. I feel like you got like issues. Yeah, like you might be hiding some if you're like worried about what they're wearing.
I mean, yeah. You remember that sport that they made that was football, but it was women and they were wearing Daisy Dukes and super sexy?
It was like lingerie football or whatever.
No, they actually had pads and everything.
Yeah.
And helmets.
Yeah.
But they were like in fucking Daisy Dukes and thongs and shit, right?
Yeah,
it made people watch, right?
Yeah.
You, for some reason, you think sex only sells from women to a man.
No, obviously it sells both ways. But
so your mans are sus. They all in Daisy Dukes purposely. That's like part of the UFC rules. Wear Daisy Dukes.
No, you can wear regular board shorts.
Not wearing denim jeans.
I barely ever seen regular shorts.
Daisy Dukes are jean shorts. They're not wearing, they're not
Daisy Dukes are little itty bitty shorts that belong on women.
Only certain like disciplines wear those in UFC. Not every single person is out there wearing those.
I don't know, man. We're gonna screen share some pictures after Oscar. What up?
Of jean shorts?
No, of Daisy Duke MMA shorts.
Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, Daisy Dukes are jean shorts.
Look, MMA Daisy Duke shorts. What up, bro? You live, bro?
Bro,
Bro,
Look,
I'm
look.
waiting for you to keep talking, man. So that's what I'm saying.
Look, look at that dude. He's wearing them.
They're more like
Those
boxers.
aren't.
Look,
Those aren't
more
denim.
like
that's how they look. Look. MMA came up. Look, Daisy Duke. Look at that boy with the Daisy Duke song.
It doesn't say Daisy Duke in the.
Look at that boy with the Daisy Duke song. Yeah, man, that's what y'all do. Take it down. We good on that. We seen enough
This
UFC
is
for
wrong.
the day.
This is wrong. This is wrong. Nah.
Oscar, what's up, sanitation worker? Why you on that shitty Bluetooth?
Oh, all right. You know, if you want me to get off, I'll get off.
Yeah, we can't hear you, bro. You sound like you're inside the
Yeah,
pipes.
you wildin', man. They're like spandex underwear, bro.
That's what I told them.
Yeah, but they're not Daisy Dukes. Bro.
Oh, so you're okay? You're okay with spandex underwear, just not Daisy Dukes?
I like UFC and boxing, but you can't really compare UFC. I told you, it's two different styles. You have jiu-jitsu, you have Brazilian, you have taekwondo. I mean, I would put money if Bruce Lee was like Bruce Lee kick any boxer's ass. I'm sorry about that, but that's just true. But about Tyson comparing himself, saying that he's the greatest, I don't know, because doesn't Tyson compare himself to Ali? Wouldn't he compare himself to himself if he was the greatest? I still, that's kind of a long jump saying that. And I understand what Danny was talking about, not the porn talk and all that, but if you look at the wrestlers back then, Ultimate Warrior was small, but he was buff as shit. But if you look at him now, you got like Batista, Brock Lesnar, like all those, The Rock, look how big they are compared. So I think that has to do a lot with all the steroids and everything that they're pumping in the food. You know what I mean? You've seen it, man. You've seen girls that are developed like at 18 that look like damn near a 30-year-old woman. You're like, so I understand what he's talking about, but yeah, man. Last of all, I got to get my crow for Dillian Whyte.
What? You picked him?
Yeah, I did, man. I knew he was going to lose, but I just wanted him to win, man. I told you I'm an AJ fan, man. I want AJ to come back and whoop his ass again. But, yeah, you give me my crow for that. Hey, I'm not saying he wouldn't have knocked him out, but I didn't like that push, man. I really didn't like that push, how he pushed him.
Me neither.
He really got knocked out more with his head hitting the canvas that hard, man. That's
Agreed. Cut it. Oscar, gotta go. Thank you, though. We going out to Texas, Lubbock.
I'm gonna go ahead and beat up Danny Garcia.
Hey, Daddy, this $1 bill.
You can take out that green jacket because I just took your bill. It's fly, you can't even set out an arena. The only reason you don't pay per-view because you fight me. So you sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. You would not be fighting on pay-per-view one for me.
Machine Gun Cease. What up?
What up, TBV, what's good?
Chilling.
Hey, man, shout out to Tyson Fury, ending him in 6 with the buzzer beater knockout for me, like I super chatted right before. Called that from the jump. And really makes me think that if Fury did him like that, Wilder probably would have done him like Brazil, so he out way earlier. But, not to discredit Dillian Whyte, he earned his shot, but what did you do with your shot is the only thing you could really be disappointed about, man, because he looked a little like starting out southpaw was questionable. Didn't understand it, but that's neither here nor there. Shout out to Tyson Fury. My question is, if he does retire, which it's hard to tell with Fury, but he does do what he say. If he does retire, how quickly do y'all see Suleiman putting that WBC on the Ruiz Ortiz fight, since that's actually scheduled? And then off the tip too, let's just all agree that fighting is dangerous because you can't play fighting no matter what you call it. It's fighting is fighting. Let's just leave it at that.
But truth be told, when you started boxing, you started in an MMA gym and you beat everybody up.
Yeah, but and then another thing, that to the dude that says, "Oh, if you follow strikers, you'll like them," I don't have to follow strikers. I just got to wait for Jake Paul to fight him, and then I can see him lose. But
he is a boxer.
Barely.
That's my main thing though. It's all about the platform. Like the biggest platform is the UFC, but they don't get paid the most because PFL and Bellator pays more.
boxing, you are your own platform, and you make your own rate. You are what you negotiate. But back to the thing, how I just off of what Mauricio's done in the past, I can see Ruiz Ortiz vacant WBC if it does become vacant. What's y'all's thoughts on that? That's my call.
Ruiz Ortiz? Hell no, man. They better ask Wilder for that shot first, bro. You know, like see if he wants it. But I know he's claimed retirement. We got Georgie, Porgy, all in Boston.
Yo, first of all, let me say, I don't pay Showtime to see you all there not even putting a goddamn motherfucking effort. If I want to see two motherfuckers just fight, I pick up a fight with somebody in the street. Don't need that shit. You don't love that sport, my dude? Just move along. Gone. Fuck you. Next, what great show. Thumbs up, donate. Hey, yo, what's happening, people?
What's up?
Mr. Kids, Danny.
What's up?
Where Danny at? Where Danny at? Let me
Where Danny at? Where Danny at? You don't know where Danny at?
He's on where he at, on the fucking bathroom again?
You know it.
Oh, fuck. I want to ask you my question, but let me write anyway. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, check these out this.
Checking it out.
We cannot disrespect MMA, baby. Boxing.
It's us versus them, bro. It's us versus them.
Nah, baby.
Yeah,
it's
man.
fair.
Nah, it's us versus
fair.
them.
Let it be fair. What's fair, let it be fair. Let me have my call, baby. I only got a minute.
Nah, that ain't fair.
Listen, the UFC is a combination of the multiple arts. And these arts were fucking made on wartime. This is a fucking fighting for your last life. Shit. Boxing is just a sport, baby. If you go on a real fight in the street, an MMA guy gonna beat a boxing 100 times.
Crazy.
Out of 100.
Crazy.
You out of your fucking mind, bro.
No, you out of your mind.
UFC.
You never even fought. We all seen your body.
I just want to be
you never
fought.
fought.
With the UFC. Let me move
you
on.
never fought in your life.
Let me get to CYP real quick.
You never had a fight in your life.
Let me get to CYP real quick. Yo, let me get to CYP. This motherfucker talking about how people used to weigh less, and now people weigh more. He's talking about people don't know anything about physics. Motherfucker. Listen, do you know what fructose is? GMOs, sucrose. None of this shit went around in the 60s, buddy. None of these bullshit that they put in the food is around.
But aren't you making his argument? Aren't you making his argument that people now are bigger than back then? It don't matter why. You're making his argument. You're making his argument. You're making his argument. You helped them win.
How that have to do with being told?
Bruh.
How that have to do with being told?
You made his argument, but okay.
Nah, baby, it's genetics. It's genetic. You born tall because how you supposed to be born because of genetics. Mm-hmm. Nothing to do with food.
Mm-hmm.
Food would affect you just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Let me get to the porno. Let me get to the porn before I'm out.
The porno or the point?
The porno.
Oh, you want to get to the porno.
To all respect to women out there, they always have been thick bitches. Always. The Corporation of America want to have the white skinny woman as a symbol for many decades. They push that shit out there. It ain't like it wasn't no thick bitches in the past. That's stupid. Stupid, ridiculous. Anyways, I gotta.
So what? Did they keep him off porn? Did they keep him off porn back in the past? What was it? Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
That was a fever dream of a caller if I've ever had one.
He is Georgie Porgy.
So CYP has been asking for his counterpunch. I guess he made another one. So I think he's on Blog Talk still.
Oh, is he?
Because he's not here on Discord.
He's not on Blog Talk. No, he is not. Not even in queue. So that's a no-no. We're going out to David Maldonado.
Listen, you guys don't know nothing. The world don't know nothing. Only I know everything.
We did it first, and
We motivate even the greats.
Oh, what a big shot by Lopez! I told everybody!
TheBoxingVoice.com.
What he done to the boxing world to be number one in the junior weight division?
SDS Promotions.
David, what up?
Yo, what's good? How y'all fellas doing, bro?
Straight.
Yo, now y'all talking my talk, man. Y'all talking some kind of history, mythical matchups. All right. Everybody knows I'm a historian, but I'm not biased towards nostalgia. I think Lennox Lewis would give Fury more problems than Wilder because those guys in the 90s, those guys all had amateur pedigree. However, because Tyson Fury's size, he's a freak of nature physically, combined with his skill set and his athleticism, in a mythical fantasy matchup, I actually picked Fury to beat all the greats, right? However, I don't rank Fury ahead of those guys because those guys like Lennox Lewis, Larry Holmes, they had better resumes and they accomplished more. However, just like Roy Jones, when it comes to Roy Jones, fantasy matchups with anybody from 160 to 168, I pick Roy over everybody. However, I don't rank Roy ahead of those guys because Roy Jones' resume wasn't on their level. So that's the same thing I got with Tyson Fury. I think he beats those guys, but I don't even got him ranked ahead of Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson beat better fighters at the end of the day. They had a better run. Now, as far as fighting MMA, I pretty much say I got decent hand skills, and I fought dudes that were bigger than me inside elevators. And because of my hand skills, I was able to get the best of them because I used to always tell them, let's fight inside the elevator. When you fight inside the elevator, you got to have hand skills, and you got to have an inside game. That grappling stuff ain't going to help you. However, when you fighting, most of the time, you start off fighting with your hands. So I doubt that MMA is always going to beat a boxer in a street fight because if they start with the hands and the boxer lands first, he might put his lights out. However, if an MMA dude grabs you and puts you on the ground, then it's a wrap. So it goes both ways. You just got to be able to avoid getting grabbed up. As far as Shakur Stevenson, this fight, oh man, Puerto Rico versus Mexico, what a great rivalry. I can't wait for Shakur Stevenson to go out there and put a Wilfredo Benitez type display. Like when Benitez went in there and outboxed Antonio Cervantes, when he went in there and outboxed Carlos Palomino, that's what Shakur Stevenson is going to do. He's representing. We got the next great Puerto Rican, Shakur Stevenson. Then we got Xander Zayas. You know, I always go hard on Edgar Berlanga, but right now he's in Puerto Rico. He looks like he's locked in. I'm just hoping that he's working on his craft because I'm not a Berlanga hater, bro. I just want him to do good. I'm tired of seeing him hanging out in them clubs, bro. And one more thing. Teofimo Lopez is going to be the next one to undispute in 2 divisions. He did it at lightweight. He's going to do it at junior welterweight when he fights Josh Taylor in July. I got the inside source from Moonshine and Teofimo Sr., and that's my call.
Who was he talking about?
Bro, talking about Teofimo. He was never undisputed at lightweight.
Who is that?
Josh about to move up. Like,
who's Teo?
I don't know, bro.
When's the last time he fought?
November of last year, champ. And then he says he's gonna get this title fight against a guy who's no longer in the weight class, or who will no longer be in the weight class. And then Teo was just dropped in the ranking, so he's not even getting a title shot next, how most people thought he was. So,
all right, well, I'm going to
Somebody asked, do you clock out for your bathroom break,
Michigan.
Danny?
To Michigan? Who you got in Michigan?
Elijah.
No? You didn't hear what I said? Somebody asked Danny if you clock out for your bathroom break.
He's ignoring.
Urgent diarrhea. You never know when IBSD will show up.
You going out to Michigan, or
is that what they have in Michigan?
Michigan. Well, damn.
Did you hear it?
Can we clip that, please?
Well, damn. We're going to LV Slugger. LV Slugger. LV Slugger.
Only time y'all see me in Rays is when I turn into the Bronze Mama. I want a body, and he gonna be the body. examiners better be ready. The medical better be ready. The referee better be ready. They better have that towel to be able to throw it in.
SDS Promotions.
Was he right?
LV Slugger.
LV Slugger?
TBV.
What up?
Hello.
What up?
Hello.
What up?
Y'all hear me?
We do.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Oh, nah. I was on the Tyson. Yeah, he did his thing this past weekend. You know, gave us a dominant knockout. But I feel like that 260 Fury, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had to wait a certain weight in order to defeat a Wilder. You know, last time he got in there at 260 was Wilder. He almost didn't make it out the fight. So I don't think that's the same Fury that fought a Wilder. But like I said before, you know, if Wilder was to fight White before the losses, I thought Wilder get him out of there in one round. You know what I'm saying? But Fury definitely did his thing this past weekend. Looked good, and he's definitely looking like a power puncher now. But like you were saying before, man, we in the era of undisputed. You know, with him being the heavyweight, you know, the heavyweights is looked at as the big dogs of the boxing. So, you know, if in the era where we getting a lot of undisputed, man, why not go out on top and try to get that undisputed? You know, I'm not really interested in that Francis and Ngannou fight. You know what I mean? If they do it, you know, I'll probably watch it, but I don't plan on paying for it. But, you know, I feel like with him saying retirement, it's just for them to come on with a bigger bag to get whoever come on top of that AJ Usyk fight and go ahead and get the undisputed. You know, you're the heavyweight. You might as well go out on top and, you know, and reign.
All right.
Man, that's all I really had, man.
Looks like our poll is completely lopsided. They do not believe that Fury would punish Lennox Lewis. 45% say no. 21% say yes. 18% say no, but he still beats him. And 16% say the poll is wackety.
Who do we got next? Because Discord is lit the fuck up.
Discord is popping. First
Call
up,
him popping.
we got James Payne.
James Payne is my name. How about that?
James Payne is my name, partner, how about you? Standing on my property and I'm gonna see about you. If I come out on my porch, I see you chilling in your wheel. Boy, I hope you know somebody better be waiting on the bitch. James Payne, baby, see me pissing on the post. If we're playing basketball, you might see me in the post.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Man, top of the morning, bueno dia. It's me checking in from the great state of Tennessee. It's your boy James P-A-Y-N-E, Mr. Lethal himself. And you know, like I know, the best part of waking up, that good old slogan from the 80s, man. TBV in my cup. And shout out to the TBV alumni made this slogan world famous. Yo, let's do a rewind in time just a couple of days ago to their boy Tyson Fury this past weekend, and I got to give a round of applause to the man himself, the lineal champion of the world. My God, man, we used to think you had pillow fists, but now can't nobody duck the fist, and he putting everybody on their ass. I remember we used to call AB the can, man, but we got to give that to Tyson Fury, man. He's an equal opportunist when it comes to the ass beatings. He gonna whoop your ass whether you black, white, brown. He don't care, man. He's just going down, man. Tyson Fury, man, he is the man of the heavyweight division, and I would love to see him go ahead and get an opportunity at the winner of AJ Usyk so we can get an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, man. Like my guy LV just said, man, we do need to go ahead, clean up boxing, unify all the divisions, and go ahead and make it happen like that. So I hope he doesn't retire because, I mean, he still got a lot of ass whoopings to administer. So the Ngannou fight, that's more of a spectacle fight. I think that's his cash out, big bag fight, but I would love to see him stick around for one more fight to undispute the division. That's all I got on it. I think we got Shakur and Valdez this week, so let's get the excitement up for that. And one more comment I got before I get off the line. Yo, UK boxing, man, I got to give y'all props, man. Y'all sure know how to put on a damn spectacle when it comes to presenting boxing as a huge event, man. 90,000+ people in a stadium. Cut
it. Is CYP back? Cut it. No CYP.
Not on Discord, at least.
All right. Well, then, who next?
We got J-Mac.
J-Mac, what up?
I'm in the ocean. You say you the big fish. I'm looking for you. Maybe a Spence get his tail out his butt and he'll fight me.
You are watching a master at work.
Target practice, baby. When I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. I'm big in the motherfucker, man. We ain't gonna be able to fire your punk ass out. What you wanna bet? You can bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. I'll break your fucking neck.
J-Mac, New Orleans.
Don't like what I said, nigga? Do something fucking about it. No. Give me the towel. Give me the towel.
SDS Promotion.
Get ready for the back attack. Yo, good morning. How it sound?
Yep.
Hey, why do Errol need to chill the fuck out? I read in caption. What happened?
He's telling the people that think Fury would beat Lennox Lewis and punish him to chill the fuck out.
I kind of agree with it, EJ. I think Lennox Lewis, with his boxing ability and his punch.
Yo, J-Mac. We're going to have to come back to you.
Yeah, we'll have to come back to him.
Just cut out. Who we got next? Is that Info Joe? I guess so.
Info Joe in California.
Because you know, there ain't no show
without
Info Joe. Are you ready for our next bout? Let me hear you.
Shout out to the boxing god.
It's showtime.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Fight starts now.
Give the fans a show and let your hands go.
SDS Promotion.
Puff Pastries on IG. Satisfy that cannabis-infused sweet tooth.
Info Joe.
What do you know? Info Joe, what do you know?
Looks like you having issues too, champ.
Is it the server? No.
It's not the server.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Well, could someone on Blog Talk say something?
You mean on Discord?
That's what I meant. Who next?
We have JT.
JT, the brother of J-Mac.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care.
Where my belt at, man? They're disrespectful. Where's my belt?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yo, it's JT Miami, not J-Mac. But respect to J-Mac.
Nah, he was saying that's your people's. But go ahead.
Nah, I was wrong. He was right.
First of all, Saturday, I had my Jamaican patty. I had my red stripe, my jerk chicken, and then I had to throw it all away. Because the body snatcher didn't show up. 160 days, 300 days. I don't know what happened. That uppercut. The chin. I just couldn't believe it, man. I thought I'd do a better fight. But anyways, I still got that long bet, Ness. I appreciate it, Nesta Gibbs. I'm stretching the play.
Let's do it.
For this weekend, the Oscar Valdez, of course, Stevenson. Thank God for boxing. And we gotta remember, we all came from gladiators. They were fighting for blood. Then it went to Olympics, Greco-Roman wrestling. It had its time, was popular. Bare knuckle fighting, then to boxing. Boxing is the first sport. There was no other sport. So you got to give respect to boxing. before football, before boxing, football, basketball, boxing was a true sport. Thank you.
All right, bro.
All
Thank you
right.
for the call. Appreciate you. Who we got next?
We got Mayimbe.
Mayimbe, what up?
What's good? What's good? Good morning.
Good morning.
What up? Buenos dias.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tyson Fury. For whatever reason, people are still trying to discredit him and saying that Wilder win is not a good enough win to state that he is the best heavyweight of this generation. I don't know how they can say that. To me, it's clear cut. I don't think he has to come back to fight Usyk. If he wants to, great. I was heartbroken when he said that he was retiring, but I also didn't believe him because he was doing it because of Paris. So hopefully he does return because it makes the sport more interesting. He's a fun character, great boxer. Yeah, man. Pretty much that's all I got. Shout out to New Jersey for having 39 wrestlers in the NCAA championships this year. The greatest state with the greatest wrestlers. That's my call.
All right, bro. Appreciate
All right. And who next?
Did we already get to Swift out the Who next? I feel like they were at the... Okay, so then we have Mr. PBC.
Mr. PBC.
Premier Boxing Champions presents Mr. PBC, baby.
Anybody think they see some flaws in my game? Call out.
Hey, Buzz, stop crying, nigga. Join the team.
Al Heyman is a blessing to the sport of boxing.
The sun is shining, the checks stay signing.
Fuck Top Rank. Good job, Al Heyman.
Last time I checked, unification's Trump mandatory.
Because Al Heyman and PBC offered me something bigger.
Show me the money.
I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby.
SDS Promotions.
PBC, baby.
I'm trying to see.
Please get off of your Bluetooth or we'll have to move on.
Why not? Okay, hold on.
All right. We'll be back.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. How are you?
Yeah, it was good. It was a beautiful fight this weekend, but I had an argument with someone about this because I was saying Tyson Fury was the greatest of all time until I started realizing the 15 rounds, 4 champions that he probably fought, or 4 undefeated fighters, reigning legacy. I would have to say Lennox Lewis is the dude still. If Tyson Fury beats AJ or Usyk, he's above and beyond in my book. And when I say above and beyond, Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis, all that stuff. Beautiful fight this weekend. Definitely won some money. Shout out to Coach Mitty. Shout out to all you guys. Dillian Whyte, as I've been saying, is not the dude. He's never been the dude. He fights like an old stepdad. I don't really get why he does that. He was doing chin-ups before the fight. So I'm like, the dude makes no sense. And every time I hear Tyson Fury talk about him, he's always, the dude's an idiot. And now I see why he's an idiot. He's doing chin-ups before a fight. You don't do that. So that's my call, man. Beautiful fights this weekend. Can't wait for this next weekend. I got Shakur and Katie, and I hedged it. I got Oscar Valdez and Serrano. That's my call.
All right, bro. Looks like we got some of the same picks. What up, champ?
Let me just share this to my... Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. This card. This is what I want to do. I just got to share this. This is what I'm saying, bro. It's hilarious, bro. Let me get a screen share, Austin.
Going for a switch position. It's hard to do when the head's on that side. Now we...
Look, like, come on, bro.
You see that reversal? Damn.
Damn. Look. Here, take some of these nuts to your face. That's why he tapped out. He put his butthole in his nose. He's like, oh, I'm out.
Hey, a win's a win, right?
Fucking hell. Who's next?
Like biting the ear off.
Yo,
right?
Take it down. Take it down.
I would like to
Take
get
it down before we get flagged.
I would like to get a win I would like to get a win without having to fornicate with another man.
Like,
Danny, I don't want to hear
why'd
you,
I have
Mr.
to put my
O-porn.
butthole in his nose in order for him to tap out? Jesus
It's called
Christ.
a crucifix, man.
Info Joe, what up?
Yo, we in here?
Like swimwear.
All right, man. First things first, man. Shout out to the boxing guys. Y'all doing a great job. Hey, man, shout out to Fury. I do believe he is the best heavyweight of this era. That's where it stops. I heard some blasphemy this morning about my brother, Jay Benitez. Yo, Ali will forever and will always be the greatest of all times. Going 15 rounds at a time when they didn't even have Gatorade, no dietitian, going 15 rounds, no dietitian, et cetera, et cetera. When's the last time you heard a fighter calls around they're going to knock somebody out in? We haven't, have we?
Babe Ruth for boxing.
Imagine that. Hey, imagine back then the people placing bets when Ali would say, I'm knocking him out in 6, and he does it in 6. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nobody doing no shit like that no more, man.
Nobody.
Ali will forever, nobody, man. In the competition pool was greater back then.
Champ, I just want to point out Ali, which at the time he was under Clay, but he turned pro in 1960. Gatorade came out in 65, so he indeed did have Gatorade for some of those fights.
You don't know that he had him in the corner. You don't know that it was approved by the commission.
Right.
Trying to play my man Info like Joe out. I got your back, Joe. I got your back.
Hey, but the competition pool was not as great as it was back then, man. They had killers back then. They didn't have no guys like I'm just giving an example. Wilder starting late in his career. You know what I'm saying? At a later age and stuff like that. You got a lot of fighters in this era who just started boxing. You know what I'm saying? Not going through the amateur system, having 100 amateur fights, etc. Going, you know what I'm saying? So the competition pool was better back then, and you didn't have guys calling out the round. Ali, man, knocking out dudes going backwards. You know what I'm saying? So it'll never be. Shout out to Fury. I'm not taking nothing away from him, man. He is the best. I don't see Usyk beating him. I don't see AJ beating him. He is the man, and I give him that. But to compare him to the guys of yesterday, man, I can't see it though. That's all I got. Stop the blasphemy, Jay Benitez. Hit them thumbs up, subscribe. Make the boxing voice your choice. I'm out, gentlemen.
All right.
Appreciate the call.
LV Sliga has a counter punch.
Let's go.
LV Slugger.
Oh, is he on?
He's on Discord.
TBV,
okay.
TBV.
Oh, there you go.
What up? What up? Y'all hear me?
We do.
Y'all hear me?
We do. Not anymore. What's up? Where y'all be working at? Be in the mines and shit. Who next? Who next?
We've got King Born.
Oh, snap. Brooklyn is Brooklyn in the house without a doubt. I'm a rapper with clout. Everybody talk about. You don't know about that.
Brooklyn Jew is coming through your town.
Let's get to it.
When you see old dirty bastards in a position like that, then you know they don't get ready to bust your.
I love my TBV comrades.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Listen, man.
What?
Goddamn slight crime, goddamn South Shane. That's all I need, and I'm good.
SDS Promotions.
Hey, yo, y'all hear me, right?
We hear you.
Listen, man, yo, first of all, I love my TBV comrades. I love my TBV live chat comrades. Let's get to it. Listen, man, saw that fight. That shit was like a grown man fighting a 12-year-old. You heard? Mm-hmm. Tyson Fury, listen, his style is breakdancing with the disco. He was on his ass and he outthunk him and he outthought him
like the Count
90 seconds.
Shit was wild. He's a live wire. He's bugged out. He good for boxing, man. But yo, I'm gonna tell y'all the funniest shit out that whole fight, right? I still can't believe that he was setting up the uppercut for 6 rounds. I had him getting knocked out in 5 rounds. Dillian Whyte, yo, he jerked the Jamaican jerk chicken dude. You heard? Listen, yo, that uppercut was so fast, and then he's so disrespectful. Like, get the fuck off. Threw him down and shit, yo. I was rolling. Shit was wild. Shit was live. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now. I like Fury. Fury is like, imagine ODB and Ghost, but he English. You heard? His whole shit is wild. And listen, this Frank.
We got to get to somebody else, bro. Your service is no good. Who's next?
We got JP.
JP Long Beach. What up? You guys might want to consider pulling over, right? You're waiting hours in for your call. I know you're working, but not even, your dispatcher's going to get mad if you pull over for a 3-minute call. Like,
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
Season's greetings. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, JP.
Yeah, season's greetings. Happy strap season to everybody. Y'all know April 15th was the inaugural date. So happy strap season. Danny Ness, y'all doing a great job. Tanner, you doing okay. I want to talk about Fury, though, man.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'm going to talk about Fury. Try to reduce it. Like, I try to reduce things and make it simple. And I'm going to use a metaphor here, an analogy. Fury falls in the Wilt Chamberlain case. Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in a professional NBA game. Wilt Chamberlain has statistics where he's averaged 35 points a season, 30 rebounds, 20 assists, just statistics that are beyond measure. But nobody calls him the greatest. Now, I realize when we talk about, and nobody calls him the greatest because there was no one his size at the time. Now, I realize when we're talking about Fury, we're talking about an eye test. Because, of course, we're not talking about resumes, because you have to be retarded to think his resume is better than an Ali's, a Joe Frazier's, even a Joe Foreman's, whatever. So we're having an eye test. So I'll add this into it. If Fury was 6'2", will we say that his skill set is any more vast than, let's take a Larry Holmes? Because I'd argue Larry Holmes does everything better than Tyson Fury as far as skill set. But what Tyson Fury is great for a man 6'9", 300 pounds. He's not great if he's 6'3". Okay, so he doesn't do anything better than Larry. Now, Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder, I'll give him Vladimir Klitschko, who's also a great. Dillian Whyte sucks, let's be honest. I've been saying all week, and Buster Douglas will wipe the floor with Dillian Whyte. If you give me Larry Holmes today, I mean, Larry Holmes beats Usyk. I mean, these guys are not good today. The fighters from the 80s and 90s came with a complete boxing skill set. Yes, smaller men. So people will say, well, they were smaller. So they're more outright.
Cut it. Who next?
We've got J-Mac back. Let's see if we can get him back up in here.
Back up in the hizzy, baby.
J-Mac,
I'm Brian Custer.
Yo. I don't know what happened last time. My bars was up and I was pulled over. That was y'all shitty ass server.
Probably. What up though?
Wrong.
Like,
blame it on sticky posts. Yeah.
Like I was saying, I agree with Errol on this one. I think Lennox Lewis had the skill set and the size to box Fury. However, the weight and the how long he could have took that bigger guy fighting, I don't know. I would love to see the fight, so I disagree. The fight's got to be made. For his the MMA and boxing talk, both the sports dangerous. I think boxing just got a longer studied history, so we can pull up the numbers. But I think MMA is slightly more dangerous due to the fact of everything that could come from a knee, an elbow, a choke out, a bunch of the things that can happen. Plus, you fighting with smaller gloves. I just think maybe the officiating doesn't allow it to go further, but it's definitely a more dangerous sport. As far as anybody, this is my opinion. I'm not calling to argue with your mother. Don't argue with me. I grew up in fighting to where it was fist fighting. It was no fucking grappling, holding. Grappling, holding, I'd have got you jumped or shot. Cause niggas don't like when you punch it on somebody and somebody want to start grabbing the holding and shit. We ain't in no wrestling match. It ain't no what you call them. So I don't give a fuck what everybody else grew up at. Where I grew up at, it was fighting. Fuck wrestling. The other topic, Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte did exactly what I thought he would do. Get knocked out. I told you, a fucking highlight reel. The dude has never been what everybody has made him to be. I just think he was signed with the right promoter. I think he had the right guy promoting him, and all he did is get his ass whooped on the major stage. I wasn't surprised. It happened just like I thought it was. And with that being, Dillian Whyte he ain't much of nothing to me. He's never been anything. I think it was overhyped.
Cut it. Let's see if we got some super chats. I think we last stopped off at Julio Guzman. We got Saquon with another one. He says, come on, bro. There are rules to street fights across all cultures. 1, no biting. 2, no kicking in the balls.
Unless
3,
you're Mike Tyson.
No weapons. 4, you don't throw dirt in eyes. That's right, bro. That's what I'm saying. Unwritten rules. Julio Guzman back with another one. He says, you're thinking Jerry Corey. I meant Jerry Cooney. Oh, he meant, wait, is Jerry Cooney the actor?
No, that's...
Yeah, there is a Jerry Cooney, the actor, that played in a boxing movie.
Clooney?
Oh, that's George. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that Joey Cooney, Dwayne the Wayne.
Yo, what the fuck? Dwayne the Rock. The mic's over here, bro. The mic's over here. I'm not on the show.
Stop talking.
I know. You're forcing them to listen to like background noise. James Benitez back with another one. Drop a bomb for my man. That's like number 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. No? I'll drop it then. Guys, producer's gone. Bo's on his way here. This guy's checked out. Look at him. He's supposed to have been dropping that bomb for James. That was like super chat number 10. He says, Wilder checked out of boxing. If he got the belt that way, it would be just like when he beat a lesser champion in Stavern. Can't respect that. You'll be hating on your Alabamian. Ronald Finkley with the super sticker. And just a fat old thumbs up. And then we got Texas Bulldog Boxing says, you got to respect Spider Silva versus Griffin type of fights. Never heard of those dudes.
Yes, you did. Isn't that who's boxing Floyd? Or on that fight on the helipad?
That's Anderson Silva. That's the one that beat Chavez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's that other guy.
Forrest Griffin?
Griffin?
Homie's bad. His fight was the reason why UFC got so popular.
I thought McGregor and Rousey.
No.
James Benitez says, give White more credit. He won a round. Wilder has 3 fights and only won 4 out of 30 rounds. Fury greatest is just next level. Fury's greatness is just next level. White versus Wilder still 50-50. Damn, he right. Like, he must have put his mortgage on Wilder for that Fury fight and he lost, obviously. And now he hates Wilder forever. It's like, whoa. He's coming for the jugular.
Who we got next?
Actually, next we got Chick Chickarelli with the fat $20 super chat. Did we give Chick everything he needs? I'm glad. Let's see what Chick says. He says, Kean did not give me everything he needs. He's such a fat liar. No wonder he's Irish. And he says, I'm sorry. Maybe because I'm older than dirt. But I've tried watching MMA, but I don't see the need to elbow somebody nonstop in the face to get a win. Boxing requires skill and intelligence. Boxing rules, period. And he don't mean rules, he mean rules. You know what I mean? Not like boxing rules. No, like rules, period. Glove emoji, the king of sports emoji, and obviously, boom emoji. Fat ass, $20 super chat. Ken Stone says, $5 super chat. Usyk and Fury about to both retire and we won't get undisputed. Usyk will go back to fighting the war after AJ. A new era begins when the belts drop. Yeah, the Jared Anderson era.
You know it.
LV Slugger, we got to your counterpunch, and we got James Benitez back with another one, man. Thank you for the support. If it wasn't for you, we'd probably be like having to like panhandle. What's this right here? SP? No, you got to call. He says we seen fighters call stoppages besides Ali, but what Fury does is one of one. Times change. Fury is the evolution of Ali and Mike Tyson combined. Go to Moji. Espinani? I don't know what that is. Espinani? Gladiator, the boxing movie. The main boss is like Mike Tyson. No, excuse me. Is like Tyson Fury. Keep it up, TBV. What is he talking about? Caesar? Isn't Gladiator Caesar when he stabs Russell Crowe?
No, I think he means like the guy he actually fights. Caesar is just the guy who controls everything. Caesar does stab him, but I think he means like the big Gladiator.
I have no idea what the fuck y'all talking about.
You never seen Gladiator?
No.
You should stop.
It's a TV show?
No,
it's a movie from 2001. Hans Zimmer.
It's probably
did
like
that
a
soundtrack?
20-year-old movie, but it's classical.
Russell Crowe?
Like amongst all cultures.
Is it similar to like The King of Thrones or what's that shit called?
It's similar to 300 without the graphic blood of 300.
Okay.
Even though it does have graphic blood.
It's a very good movie,
I ain't never
Danny.
seen that either.
Danny, let's just stop talking movies.
He watches the old
You can't
porn.
do that.
He's not
shit.
watching movies.
I know you're watching too much old porn instead of real movies. Julio Guzman back with another one. Ali was the best in the golden era of heavyweights. Shout out to you. And up next,
LV Slug is saying he never got his counterpunch.
Oh,
but I thought we did. But I don't know if he.
I
has
guess he
another
went through like bad service again. Go for it. Clock's ticking.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. I just want to comment on the Tyson Fury. I do got Tyson beating Lenox. If y'all remember, Lenox lost to Oliver McCall and Hakeem Rockman.
Blasphemy, my friend. Blasphemy.
Neither of them. Oliver McCall is looked at or regarded as one of the top knockout punchers in history. Wilder is. Fury was able to get off the canvas 4 times against one of the biggest punchers you ever seen in history. So I think Fury's chin is better. And I think with his size and his range, he'll be able to beat Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis may even stop him. So, I mean, and all these people talking about he the GOAT, like, how you going to call him the GOAT, but you trying to discredit Wilder. That makes no sense to me. So, I mean, if Fury the GOAT, Wilder is in that top 5 conversation.
All right. Let me check my Cash App. Bro, Cash App has been messed up. Remember I said that they've been sending a text late?
Yeah, you got to go to the actual app because the text be coming in super late.
Now they never did that
bro,
for me.
I had my brother, he owed me some money. Bro, I text him like, yo, you got it today? Or he like,
bro, I've been sent that.
Yeah, he like, bro, I sent you that yesterday.
Yeah.
And I went and looked. I'm like, oh shit, my bad.
Yeah. I got a Cash App from Hawk who says women's MMA is definitely worth watching for real though. Yeah, I mean,
definitely some entertaining fights. I've seen some very entertaining fights in women's MMA.
I like watching the Puerto Rican American MMA fighter.
Amanda Serrano?
Nah, it's like Laudez.
No idea who you talking about.
Yeah, lying.
But while you get to that one, let's get to Omar, the great one.
Omar, the great one. Is you great, O?
Yo, what's going on, guys? How's the great one sounding?
You sounding great. Because you great.
Just as I always do. But yeah, listen, so in terms of the Fury fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, I thought it was a good performance. It wasn't a great performance, but you know, it's almost like watching any one of Wilder's fights, right? As long as you get the knockout, people don't really care what happened before that.
Mm-hmm.
And with the push, listen, for me, I like Dillian Whyte, and I actually gave him, you know, I thought he had a decent chance in the fight, but let's be honest, for me, he was out on his feet as soon as that punch landed. And it could have turned into a situation like, you remember when Povetkin fought David Price and he got hit with that punch and then, you know, he didn't know where he was and it was open season. He got caught with that left hook. I think it could have been a situation like that because even when he was pushed, he didn't even, you know, you get pushed, you think you're going to try and break your fall, right? And put your hands out, do something. But no, he just went straight back. That man was out. And when it comes to Fury and, you know, the fans and everything, they need to relax. especially when it comes to all this talk about, he'd beat anyone. Because when you think about it, look, Ness, right? People are going to look back in history from now, our kids, they're going to look up Tyson Fury and they're going to see that, okay, he held the WBC title. What was going on with the other belts? Oh, they were held by one person. Why didn't Fury fight him? And for me, he has to do that to even be considered, because how can you call someone great when they even cleaned out, and fought the people like AJ or Usyk? And that's the other thing. People, they just assume, right? So they're like, they play the fights over in their head and they just think, well, he'll knock out AJ and he'll run through Usyk, so those fights don't need to happen. It's almost like to get a pass. No, we need to see those fights. We need to, I'm a guy that prefers to see the theory over the practical over the theory, right? I want to see it in the ring. I don't, I'm not bothered to sort of think about what would happen. What's the point? And the other thing is, Ness, right? I heard that Tyson was telling Bob Arum on the phone that he's going to be in Vegas in 2 weeks, right? Mm-hmm. And I keep hearing you and Danny's talking about you got money to play with in terms of bringing a big guest over. Now I'm thinking, Tyson Fury, you ain't got to cover the flights. So do you think you might be able to make that happen?
Well, it's a matter of, getting in touch with his people and stuff, and that's what everybody, bro. Like, we could reach out to people who would be willing, but when you're trying to contact somebody who has 1 million followers on Instagram and you don't have a direct line, it makes it so much harder.
Yeah, I hear that. But listen, Danny, if anyone can do it, man, you can.
No, I hear you, bro.
Actually, we do got to end with Tyson Fury. Madison allegedly said that Jorge would bring him. Remember, we got some texts last week, but I don't know if it actually is going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you guys got Tommy Fury on the show, right? So
yeah, we got Tommy before, but Tommy ain't nothing like my man's in the real Tyson Fury.
No lies told. But yeah, guys, that's my call.
All right, but for future reference, if anybody is interested in watching MMA, the only person you should be watching is this fine young athlete that takes the time to train as hard as any other athlete and has made a great name for themselves. I don't know if you know this name.
Nah, go to her. What does she fight in the UFC or it's another?
Of course,
MMA
no.
promotion?
This is the UFC. She's in the UFC.
Oh, she's Cuban, huh?
And she does wrestling. Look, this was her at the where is it?
What's her name?
She was at the Canelo fight. Where is it? Is it like a white dress? She was at the Canelo fight.
She's nameless.
Her name is Valeria. Here she goes. Valeria Laure, whatever. You're Mexican. How do you say it?
I can't even see that shit. You want me to pronounce something I can't even see?
Damn, bro.
Valerie Loreda. Who we got next?
So she's in Bellator, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So she's not in the UFC.
They got the best fighters then, Bellator.
You can't really argue against that. They have a lot of good competition there too.
They do have a lot of good competition.
That is a lot of competition.
That's
Valeria.
it. It looks like it's it.
Oh, that's it. Who's that on Blog Talk? Oh, that's my man Kevin. Let's see. Is he gonna shock us? Kevin, what up? What up?
You hear me loud and clear?
I hear you, man. You happy Tyson Fury won, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I got to talk about Tyson Fury.
Is he the greatest of all time or what?
Listen, Muhammad Ali would have whooped Rocky Marciano, and Tyson Fury would have whooped Muhammad Ali. It's just facts.
What about Lenox, though? The argument is Lenox. Would he punish Lenox? Would he have punished Lenox Fury?
He would have obviously whooped Lenox, no doubt about that. But as far as Muhammad Ali, I keep hearing that Muhammad Ali, this and that. You just got to get it through your head, man. I know Muhammad Ali's a lot of heroes. He's your hero. You worship Muhammad Ali. There's like this fetishization of the old times and this and that. But this is the new era. We live in now, okay? Tyson Fury, he's a different breed. 6'9", moving like that. We haven't seen anything like that. It's just you got to cope. You got to cope with this fact. As far as the boxing versus MMA, people act like grappling is just invented. Grappling was in the ancient Olympics. Okay, pancration, mixed martial arts, that was in the ancient Olympics. Wrestling has been around since day one. So people acting like, oh, boxing, what's boxing? That's not fighting. That's absurd. That's absurd. Of course, wrestling's fighting. As far as the dangerous part, man, there's like boxing deaths every now and again. Maxine Dadashev, who's that fighter from Long Island that died? Seems like freaking at least once every 6 months there's a boxer that dies. And the only thing boxing fans can say is the money. That doesn't have nothing to do with popularity. UFC popularity is through the roof. It's not the fighter's fault that the company is milking them dry, taking all the money that's coming in through pay-per-views and TV rights and all that. But as far as popularity, UFC is thriving.
I hear you. I don't know, man. I think we sell more pay-per-views than them. And you guys do more pay-per-views. You do one a month and you still don't sell more. So
they don't release pay-per-view numbers either. They don't release numbers.
UFC's consistent though. You got one good boxing fight every 6 months. UFC, it's every month there's a big
Well, that's not true because I'm sure you enjoyed Ugas Earl and now we have Shakur Valdez. So thank you for lying. We're going to move on.
Ugas Earl, no one cares about that.
Oh, nobody cares about a unification match. Oh, okay. We care about Fury fighting is mandatory then. All right. I think we got to everyone except Keem the Dream in the Discord chat. What is up, Keem the Dream?
Wait a minute. You say you know boxing?
Yeah.
What is a
Maybe I don't know.
Tell me what a pool counter is.
Pool counter? I've never heard that term before. That must be your term. You must have been.
No, fair shake. HBO need to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yes.
What up, y'all? Good afternoon. Well, good morning for you still, right? It's 12 something on here, Florida. So good morning to y'all, man. Good afternoon for everybody else on this East Coast. I seen the topic was comparing Fury to Lennox Lewis, but I've been in and out, and all I hear is MMA and boxing talk. Like, what's the actual topic, man? What I miss?
The actual topic is Fury punishes Lennox Lewis. Errol Spence thinks no. He says cut it the fuck out and chill. And then we had all the topics because it was a Sunday show, so it's like reviewing the fights, every other news and notes. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Look, Lennox is one of my top 5 favorite heavyweights of all time. Fury, would Fury smash Lennox? I don't know about that. Yeah, that would be a good fight though. But he probably need to chill with that. He smashed Lennox because Lennox was a beast, man. He had a lot of skill, a lot of heart. He was a great heavyweight. And then as far as the UFC, look, I just heard the guy say, UFC has big fights all the time. That's such cap, man. I'm a fan of UFC. They be having bullshit fights. There's a lot of fights that people want to see that don't get made. We never seen Khabib versus Tony Ferguson. People don't talk about that. The problem too is UFC's having is, look, these other sanctioning bodies in MMA are getting huge. There's Bellator guys, AJ McKee, undefeated guy in Bellator, never fought in the UFC. A lot of people think he'll beat every lightweight in the UFC. You'll never see him fight the UFC champ. At least in boxing, when we see the WBC champ fight the WBA champ,
sometimes
you will never see that in MMA. You'll never see the Bellator champ fight the UFC champ, and y'all know that. So this bullshit about MMA gets the big fights, they get all the fights they want. That's fucking cap. Cap. If you're a real fan, you know that shit is not true. So that's all I got to say.
Thanks, bro, for telling the truth. Guys out here capping like Austin and
shit. We got Big Fish the Dream.
Oh, that's my man's in them.
Let the little fish go so that we can catch the big fish later.
I'm the big dog at the welterweight division.
WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world.
At the end of the day, I'm a way better fighter than Terrence Crawford.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Me and Terrence Crawford on this side of the street.
We clean our side of the street, then we come and have the Crawford.
60-40 or 70-30, whatever we give them.
Say something else. Say something else. Big Fish Vega. Big Fish Mafia. It ain't a movement, it's a lifestyle.
SDS Promotions.
Good day. Can you hear me?
Yo.
All right, man. I told myself I wasn't going to watch this fight, but I was at a party. I said, fuck it, man. I'm a check in. I saw the knockout, man. Tyson Fury. He's definitely number one heavyweight we got right now. Definitely the best since Klitschko. When it comes to him against Lennox Lewis, I think Lewis has the skills, but I mean, the build up to the fight and everything like that, man, it would be interesting. I've never seen a focused Lennox Lewis lose. The 2 losses he did have was against subpar competition, so maybe the focus wasn't there. But a guy like Lennox, 6'4", strong, 1-2, good fundamentals, that would have been great against Tyson, and we just don't have that right now. Whether it's boxing versus MMA, it's always an interesting topic, especially when you talk about street fight. If a MMA trained dude can get past the punches, it's probably over. But good luck trying to get through a boxer's uppercut or keep a distance with a jab or strong cross, whatever. I think I have an idea though, man. Ness, I feel like you're not giving MMA enough energy, enough respect. Why don't we do like you go to an MMA gym, you've been training. Why don't you go ahead and do a stand up with some dude that's just like a gym mate and stuff like that, man? Why not, man? Maybe you earn a little bit more respect for it. You training, bro. You get in shape. Why not Danny?
We do border wars. We do border wars. We don't do roll around the floor wars.
You don't gotta just do stand up with one of them. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Just give it a shot, man. Maybe have a little more respect for it. For those dudes, man, because they do different type of strikes.
Why would I go backwards? So, your best fighters are trying to come to my sport, so I'm gonna learn how to fight in your sport. It makes no sense.
Just for the money, that's it.
Yeah, just for
not
the attention.
Not even for the money. Just have a little sparring session, man. Just like I said, I think you'll have a little more respect for their discipline and for everything they do.
Tell them come spar me. Tell them come spar me in the boxing gym, and they're gonna have some more respect for me.
Appreciate everything y'all do, man. Keep training, bro.
No, he said go train MMA.
A gym's a gym. Is a ring? Just go in the ring. Stand up only. That's literally all.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, stand up only with boxing rules, and then he's gonna get pulverized.
See, you got to make an exception. No, my rules. You got to come to me.
Well, I'm not going to y'all sport. That's what I'm saying. Like if I wanted to crawl around, I would have stood a baby.
Bro, no boxer goes to UFC because they know they're not going.
Clarissa Shields.
They're not going to make money, bro. But for one,
he killed you with that.
No, he didn't, because is she in UFC or is she in PFL?
She's in MMA.
Okay. Did I say UFC or did I say PFL? PFL cutting a check because they knew. They
cut her a big ass check.
They coming in cutting a check,
which is the only reason why people want to go to boxing. Is somebody in chat said it earlier. They don't want to go to boxing to be a boxer. They just want to go to make the money.
Of course, they got to make ends meet. They need the part time. But is that all the callers?
That is all the callers. Who's that though?
J Mac with I believe his boomerang.
J Mac, what up? What up? What up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
I'll just go back on the Tyson Fury and Lennox Lewis. Everybody, I think, giving Tyson Fury due to his size, and yes, he is the greatest we have right now. I don't think nobody can beat him. I think Lennox Lewis had some tool sets that can actually give Tyson Fury a good go in this fight, and I would love to see that fight. So it'll be hard for me to say that Tyson Fury just dominates Lennox Lewis. He was a better boxer. I believe he had punching power, at least enough power for Fury to respect him and what have you. But shout out to Tyson Fury for doing what he's doing. He definitely is the greatest. That's all I got on it. Greatest in his era right now. That's all I got on it.
James Payne, counterpunch.
Huh?
James Payne, counterpunch. Right there, James Payne lethal. He's just got to jump in the queue.
There we go. James Payne lethal, what up?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yo, real quick, man. I just heard is that the producer, the engineer right there, make a point about Clarissa Shields? And talking about PFL and UFC and stuff like that. Man, like Clarissa made that move. My understanding was because one, she had to raise her profile because women boxers don't make. I apologize for the background noise. I'm on my job site, but women boxers don't make as much as the men boxers. So that's not really a fair comparison when you're comparing MMA to boxing, because you got to compare the male athletes to the male athletes. If you're gonna use Clarissa Shields, she went there because they cut a big check. and women boxers don't have as high a profile as the men boxers. So she had to increase her profile for popularity, but it's all to bring eyeballs back towards boxing, not to raise the profile of MMA. So I don't think that was a fair comparison in that regard. And so I'm gonna just leave it at that. Tyson Fury, he running shit right now. I really see him dominating really a lot of the heavyweights from the past because, I mean, damn, it's just an evolution thing. I mean, when have you seen a 6'9" white guy built like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that's light on his feet, quick on his toes, and can either smother you with punches and berate you and get you out of there, or he could feint and hit you with the jab and keep you at the end and use all types of head movement and be very elusive. I mean, he's just a freak of nature in this game. So with that being said, y'all know what this is, man. This is the illest, trillest, dopest boxing podcast in the galaxy. And that's the third rock from the sun if you don't know where you at astrologically. And that was my counterpunch, James Payne Lethal, checking out, man. Back to business.
Screen share.
Bro, why is you showing this trash?
Because this is what MMA people, most MMA fans fight like this. These guys are straight MMA fans. Look, he got jabbed. Who that up there? Somebody just jumped in. Take him down.
True Roll Tide.
True Roll Tide. What up? Who next?
Unmute.
True Roll Tide, you got on mute.
Yo, Ness.
Yo.
TVV, C-Dub.
Yo,
man, I'm glad that caller did that. I'm so glad because that's exactly what I meant to say, too, at the last call. Like, Ness, you got to, it's surprising, too, because you got Border Wars, so you know the level of competition is different. So, a UFC striker, Adesanya John Jones, they will box your ears off. But they can't be a top boxer that only trains boxing all day, every day.
But you're not making anything special. Like, you ain't saying anything special by saying that Adesanya can box Nestor Gibbs 40-something years off. But, like, we're talking about boxers versus MMA fighters, not boxers versus podcasters.
No, I'm saying they'll box a C-plus fighter ears off.
Man,
like, they just can't beat the champion.
None of them dudes is beating Gabe Rosado, man. None of them dudes beating Gabe. None of them dudes beating Andre Berto. Like,
those are champions. Andre Berto was a champion, wasn't he?
And he retired, been 4 years removed, and Rosado got 50 losses, and they'll still beat the shit out of them dudes. It's just different, man. They don't even know how to move their head, bro. Them dudes don't fight the same. It's not the same. It's a whole different style, I'm telling you. But keep lining them up. We gonna take that free money.
The styles are different.
We gonna take that free money. Keep lining them up. You see, Fury got his hand out, ready.
Oh, of course. If you just come to the boxing aspect, of course, that's all they do is train boxing. So they're gonna lose in a boxing match. But you know, they don't mean their hands. They don't mean that they don't know how to throw a punch. Like some strikers only just follow the strikers. Like Sean O'Malley. I'm pretty sure, like in a boxing match, they do good. Like Conor McGregor, they do good. They might not do great. Conor McGregor was a boxer, and Ngannou was a boxer. They lost in boxing matches, of course. They did. And Ngannou lost in a couple of boxing matches. And then with the MMA. So he gonna get his ears boxed off.
So then we already know that he's a bum. And he had to go to another sport, just like we've been saying from the beginning. They can't fight, so they go to MMA because they get to use more weapons. That's exactly what it is. You're limited in boxing. You only get your two hands. So they're like, fuck this shit. I'm going over there where I can use swords and ninja knives. Get out of here.
I mean, they can't box. Let's be perfectly clear.
They can't fight.
They can't.
You can't fight.
Fighting is an art of war. Fighting is different forms of fighting. This you do understand that, right?
Yeah.
It's kicking. It's karate. It's kickboxing. It's Muay Thai. It's not just boxing.
Nah, boxing rules.
But boxing is king on TVV. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is a gentleman sport. So if they're talking about the boxing science, yes, Tyson Fury is the greatest to me. Tyson Fury is like all time top 3 to bring it back to boxing. And Yeah, he gonna destroy. In it, like he'll destroy Usyk to me. Wilder's the only person that had the best chance of beating Fury, because Wilder is freakish, just like 6'9", 300 pounds. Wilder has the power stone from Thanos. So, but that's the only person that had a chance of beating him.
Oh.
Shout out TBV, man.
I thought he was freakish because he was recorded twerking.
No, he freakish. He's not freakish because he asking what size your core is. Come on, man. We here, man. We here. Like,
all right. Yo, let me get to the next one. What the hell was I gonna show you guys? Let me go through this. No, not there or there, not there. Oh, I think it's over here. Yes. Screen share. Dillian Whyte, and I quote, "When the uppercut landed, I was buzzed, but he full on pushed me. I fell over and hit my head on the canvas, which is illegal, but as always, as usual, they let Tyson Fury do what he wants and get away with it. I should have been allowed extra time to recover." What do you guys think?
Typical boxers complaining.
No, I honestly, you heard me. Oh, you weren't here. George was the engineer, and you were here. We felt it was a push. We definitely felt like, obviously, the uppercut, it froze him in his fucking tracks, but he shoved him down like it was bullshit. I didn't like it, but he got away with it. Like he gets away with a lot, according to Dillian Whyte. What are you? Oh, you just screen sharing everything over there? Thanks, bud. What up?
Shit, man.
Same shit. You don't care?
I mean, I don't think any of the callers are making a point that hasn't already been made one way or another on the.
No, I'm talking about the Dillian Whyte, because now he is saying I've been shoved. It ain't just Ness saying it was a shove.
I 100% agree. It was a shove, but I mean, we saw when he got back up, right? He didn't have his legs. The ref gave him every chance he could, and the man didn't have his legs, so he was clearly out on his feet. One way or another.
I don't know that they gave him every chance that he could. He said he hit his head on the back of the canvas. I mean, hit back of his head on the canvas, so it's going to be hard to get up, pop right back up like a flash knockdown.
Yeah, that was from the uppercut for sure.
So you don't think he hit his head on the canvas?
Even if he did, I think he was done. Like you saw.
Yeah, but it was a shove, so you're like.
Yeah, but a majority of like whatever brain hemorrhage he got was from the punch.
Oh wow! Look, you're finally doing the Shakur Stevens BTS. That's cool because it is fight week.
I already did that, by the way.
No, you did one video.
Alzheimer's.
You did one video.
Yeah, I did the BTS video of Shakur Stevens on Patreon. What are you talking about?
Just one though.
Okay.
It'd be good to have like some shorts.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Some shoulder content because it's fight week. Why you looking at Trav, bro? Oh, you seen that? They teaming up on us, bro. It's them against us. You seen that? He looked at Trav with the slow roll. He was like,
"You just seen that?
This fucking guy." I got Savant. Great show today, TBV. Doesn't look like the producer thing, so he just rolled his eyes at the engineer. Chuck Supremacy. The actual topic is Danny watches vintage porn.
It's easy to sit in those seats. It ain't easy to stand up here. Remember that.
Tell him, Danny. You telling the truth. It ain't easy to come up here and tell the truth every day. You know what I mean? You watch vintage porn. You're not afraid to say it.
But I just feel like, you feel me? We all have, right? Nobody growing up, during their teenage years or watched whatever they could get their hands on. See, the world I live in today, it was different, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The internet was just starting to become a thing. So
you find it in from your mom.
No, that was on accident. I was just going through her shit. She had took my PSP, so I'm trying to find my PSP, going through her filing cabinet, or going through my parents' filing cabinet, and I stumbled across that video.
What was the yearbook thing?
Yeah, I mean, my mother and she came across some old pictures recently when I was home, and going through my yearbook, right? She's showing me her yearbook, and it was just an observation I made while going through her yearbook.
Sexually?
No, I mean, I just made an observation that women back then don't look as physically developed as they look today.
New York Bullet, numbers between boxing and MMA.
I just want you to realize, like, who laughed at the goofiness and who didn't. Just notice really quick.
I did.
All right.
It's between boxing and MMA pay-per-views in Discord.
Yeah,
live
I
chat.
took a look at that. It obviously I never
You
argued
spoke on that earlier, right? Was that the same thing you were speaking of earlier?
No, that was the injury one.
Oh, okay.
No, this one was like, yeah, but I think it was like 2018 or 2019 MMA. Like the UFC pay-per-views have been just steady at 1 million.
Yo, but the thing, here's the thing, right?
Million?
Here's
every pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
They're still doing 1 million.
Yeah.
Bro,
oh, wow.
Here's the thing, right?
They're killing us. What's the cost?
I want to say it's like $70 per. Yeah.
And they're doing 1 million every month.
So if you look
So
right here, like I'm looking
UFC
at it-
doesn't release numbers.
Oh,
right. This
UFC
is all,
doesn't really. They're all guesstimates.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like they have Mayweather Pacquiao at 4 million, I believe, is what this one says.
So see that right there is wrong in itself, right?
How much was it then?
4.8.
Oh well, this is 4.6. So yeah, and then the most recent one, I don't think they have yet, but Khabib versus McGregor wasn't too long ago. That was 2.4.
That shit was like 3 years ago, bro. It's pretty long.
But don't they do UFC pay-per-views every week, every month?
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
So what are those numbers? Like if they got one every month, why are we going back 3 years ago?
Because UFC doesn't release the numbers, so you got to go back and look.
So you gotta go back to the ones they did release, which are obviously the ones they did good on. Mansoor with a $10 super chat says, if Bud wins undisputed a second time, would y'all consider him the best of the last 15 or 20? Lastly, I guess he meant 15 to 20 years. I'd never compare this inactive, watered heavyweight division to the 80s, 90s, and especially 15-round era. I don't know. I'm not a guy that compares anybody to older guys. It's just like, you're good, you're good, you're great, you're great. Julio Guzman back with another one. Ring that alarm because that is like number 35,000. The Ali who fought Liston in their first fight would slap the shit out of Fury, and I like Fury. And then we got Oscar who says, no disrespect, MMA fighters' chins is always up KO. Yep. Yeah, do always
you're
have
not just throwing hands the entire
You always
time.
got your chin up like that, ready to get knocked out. He's ready to be whooped. Man Source with a $5 super chat says, Fury's best wins are against fighters most don't think much of, so can't call him the GOAT. He is the best of this era till whoever wins undisputed. All right. And I think that we have finally come to an end. This is the show that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
Want to remind all of our Patreons, all of our YouTube members that tonight we will be back 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern for our weekly Untitled show.
Yeah. Which we now decided to make live, but the chat will be members only, continuing to give the YouTube members their ability to feel exclusive. The reason we decided that, and it won't be every episode, but being in Vegas, we're trying to get bigger name guests on Untitled, which is our sit backs, relax, and talk anything show. Then it doesn't really make sense to put it behind a paywall where it can't be seen by the bigger audience that bigger guest brings in. So what we're going to do is still make it live, but the chat will be members only for you YouTube members. CYP is there for his counterpunch that he's been owed for ages.
CYP, what up?
P to the C.
Yo. Y'all remember the fight between Frank Mir and Brock Lesnar, the first one?
I don't. I'm not even gonna bullshit.
I remember those fights.
This is what happened. Frank Mir dropping to the ground, grabbing that fucking Brock Lesnar's ankles.
Yeah, pinky toe lock.
Frank Mir is a big dude, and he was dropping to the ground, reaching for his ankles.
And he won,
Do
didn't
y'all
he?
remember the video of Jorge Masvidal fighting this karate master? It wasn't a fight. They put their hands up. Masvidal threw one punch at him, bop, dropped him, and everybody was like, break it up, and the Kung Fu master was sitting there dazed. Like, every single time it comes to reality, you show that y'all can't fight. If you drop to the ground and start reaching at a dude's legs, you're not a fighter, man. Like,
No, you're just a winner.
No, you're not a fighter. You're not a fighter.
You ain't got to fight. You just got to win.
Let him get on with his go.
It's very simple. We're not talking about a match. We're talking about a fight. If you see a dude get ran up on, he drops to the ground and starts reaching at a dude's legs, you're going to think he's retarded. You're not going to think he's tough. There's one more thing I got to say here. If you had Mike Tyson in his prime, Royce Gracie in his prime, you saw both them dudes on the street, who are you least likely to want to fight? Is it Mike Tyson or is it Royce Gracie? One's going to submit you into a position. Another one's going to beat you into submission. There's a big difference. Ain't nobody afraid of Royce Gracie. They're afraid of Mike Tyson for a reason. See why P gone.
Oh, he's done? Thank God.
Elijah Don B. MMA is jacks of all trades, masters of none. Also, yeah, all right. Fury is the best of the era of eye test, but AJ has the best resume out of anyone. How can AJ have the best resume? He keeps losing to dudes he's not supposed to lose to. Stop. Please. Who's that? Is that the best champ?
The people's champ?
That's him.
I know my body. Yeah, I know Shakur body. Shakur know my body.
Hello, ladies. Anybody that knows me know I've been a player, whether it was in Alabama, Ohio, or anywhere around the globe.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
I've been smashing Telly Swifts, man. I didn't have to become a millionaire to get that caliber of woman. One of the people's choices, one of the fan favorites, a guy that can galvanize this crowd such as myself. He's too ugly to be the world champ. The world champ should be pretty like me.
The AJ of trucking. Whoop! Yep, Brandon in Cincinnati.
SDS Promotions.
Yo.
Brandon. Oye, Brandon. Brandon. All right, moving on. And my name is Nestor Gibbs on TikTok. So it's also the same name in real life, but you can find me on TikTok at Nestor Gibbs. And then at NestGTO on Instagram and Twitter.
And then they can find The Boxing Voice on all forms of social media at The Boxing Voice.
Mm-hmm. Better follow us on Instagram, where we are up to date on all the latest and greatest news. Sometimes news isn't necessarily big enough for an entire 3 to 4 hour show. So most of the small headlines get posted on our Instagram is what I meant to say. And because of that, you should join us there. Yeah, peace.